Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Well, who?
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special. But there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games, too. Like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all? We need more qualified high school officials here in Texas. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ralph!
Yeah!
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
The University Interscholastic League would like to thank its corporate sponsors. Without the generous support of these sponsors, many UIL activities would not be possible. The UIL gives special thanks to Balfour, Baylor Scott & White, Dairy Max, Dairy Queen, Ford, Fox Sports Southwest, Gatorade, Hellas Construction, Max Preps, the NFHS Network, Nike, Register My Athlete, Spalding, and Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. These generous corporate sponsors support the UIL in all its activities, music, academics, and athletics. The UIL appreciates these sponsors and their participation in all that the UIL does in Texas extracurricular activities. On behalf of the UIL and its corporate sponsors, thank you for supporting UIL activities in your community and enjoy the game.
Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to another edition of Georgetown Eagle Baseball live this afternoon on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp alongside my good friends Joshua Harris and Galen Welnicki as we are set here for game number 2. Galen's actually going to be starting this one for me. We're just trying to get a couple of other camera angles working here this afternoon. With the rains, we've had a little bit of some technical issues with the water, but we're trying to get through it. But Galen's set for a good one here today. If Georgetown wins this game, they'll advance to the next round. If not, we'll play a game 30 minutes after this one. Good to have you and Josh here, my friend.
Good to be here. Dan, one interesting thing already is the fact that the winner of this series will play either New Caney Porter or Rouse. And that game now will not be played till 7 o'clock Monday night in Mumford. They were given a dispensation by the UIL to play on Monday because they could not find a viable waterproof field between now and the deadline tonight at 12:30, and there is a hard and fast rule in the UIL that you do not play on Sundays.
Yes, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. No Sunday play, so, with all this weather, Galen, we're going to have to get all this baseball in, but it looks like good news. The weather is kind of pushed out of the Georgetown area for now. I know there's games going on over at Eastview as well, and they had some delays earlier, but they're back in playing. Liberty Hill's playing over there for this afternoon for 2 games as well, and they won yesterday. But it's a good game. The wind's blowing just a little bit, but the rain has stopped. It's going to be a really fast, wet field, and so we're going to see what happens today, Galen.
And, it's the same situation with the softball playoffs. We've got a neutral softball game being played over a couple hundred yards from us in the Georgetown softball field, because Georgetown today is playing softball in Waco.
Yep, a lot of baseball and softball going on all around the state, and of course the weather has just been all over the place this past week, but right now it looks like the window has opened up for us to get this ball game in, starting just a little bit later, but that's okay. We needed that extra time today to get some glitches out of the way, and of course Rob's still working on those, so he's going to be back with us just as soon as possible. But man, as they get these teams out onto the field right now for the national anthem, this is going to be a fun afternoon of baseball, Galen.
Right, and with the UIL, everything has to be certified by midnight tonight.
We got to get it in. Folks, we're going to let you take a listen into our national anthem right now.
Everybody appears ready to go here now that the national anthem's over, and we've got kind of an abnormality in the flags out in the outfield. The Texas flag, as it's usual, and it's probably weighted a little bit different, is hanging almost straight down, but the U.S. flag is flying out actually past the right field corner.
Yeah, we got a little whipping wind, a little swirling wind, little flags going a little bit of everywhere, and let's hope that that kind of baseball game happens here today. We're in Georgetown's favor, where we get this. We got, 2 games possibly to play today, but what Georgetown would like to do with the weather and not getting maybe delayed later with storms coming in is get in here, get this thing started fast, get this first victory, put us at 2 games for the series, and be out of here and go on to round 3. And that's our hopes today, is that we get in here, score fast, pitch well, and get out of here in 1 game today.
Well, you got Jack Brindley. I think he's 9-1, if I'm not mistaken, pitching today for the right-hander. He's been real strong in his recent outings, pitching for Georgetown. And we had kind of a surprise for College Station for pitching, as they're starting a boy named Teal. And we thought it'd be a kid named Childress would be pitching.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see if Childress was kind of ready to go, and then something took place, or he even in warm-up. So we don't know. We may find out in the course here of asking questions, but it's going to be interesting to see how their pitcher that's now called up comes out and responds. I don't know when the last time he pitched or what's going on with him, but. Boy, I tell you what, the teams look ready, and we're ready. And there's a good crowd out here today. Just looking out, Georgetown has filled, not only every seat here in the stadium on the bench seats, but also all chairs lined up against the fence, 3-4 deep. And then also College Station brought a pretty good little crowd out here with them today for this round 2 of playoff baseball 2019. Galen?
It's, and you look at it, too, it's kind of a strange crowd here for a May 11th baseball game. You got a lot of people in sweatshirts and
I tell you what,
and caps and heavy coats, and
Galen, this is like you said. What are we in the 10th? Is it May 9th or 10th? May 10th?
May 11th.
May 11th now, and we. only in Texas can you get down in the 50s in May. You know what I mean? And when we were at 92, my pool was finally starting to warm up a little bit. Now its temperatures dropped back down. It's just crazy. But
we may be celebrating Mother's Day tomorrow in the 80s.
I had put all my hoodies up. Here we go with first pitch.
The ball one. It was high to Kit Cowley.
You always like to try to start off with a strike, but that was really close. It was a good pitch to start with.
1-1. A little bit out. Looked a little bit outside and low, but it was called a strike. So we're right here. We got 1-1, and Brinley's getting ready, and he delivers. And it's just bounced out. One bounce to the second baseman, over to first, and it's one down.
That's the way you want to get started, Galen.
Yeah.
Get him to hit right into that first out and set the stage.
And at this stage of the ball game, you want them to hit the ball and hit them to the fielders to keep the pitch count down.
Keep the pitch count down, keep the guys ready. And, we don't mind them hitting it as long as they hit it to us.
Okay, we got Zach Williams stepping in. And I think we got a ball here. In fact, I know we do. Directly overhand, a little low. 2-0.
Oh, that
low again.
Just missed, Galen. Pretty pitch, just missed low there.
3-0.
His arm looks strong. He looks like he's ready to pitch. Wow.
Inside.
Wow, this is going to be a tight strike zone as we look at it so far. I mean, he painted those corners, and if he was missing, Galen, it was by a half an inch, and our umpire today is not going to give much away, at least not up to this point.
Brandon Williams stepping into the box now, ready to hit. Ooh, pitch over to first. Nope, he kind of faked it, I guess. At least I didn't see a ball go over.
He got him to draw back, that's for sure.
We're tying our shoe now at the plate. Okay, he's going to step back in here, adjusted his pants a little bit. He's going to step back in here. And
College Station in their black tops and white pinstripe black pants here this afternoon.
Over, another pitch over, and he's back safely.
Georgetown in their white pants, blue socks, and then those great American flag color tops. But you'll have to bear with us because the numbers on these uniforms are a little bit tough to read sometimes. But they're beautiful uniforms.
0-1 there on the.
Long look in, taking his time. Got it.
Swinging strike two.
Big strike, big pitch.
We got Zoe here ready to ring up the second out here on the.
We do.
On the scoreboard here. If we get a.
Zoe's up here doing a great job with us, making sure we're doing what we're supposed to do. This is Rob's niece, and boy, it's been fun. She has been hustling around here, working hard for us today.
Foul ball, back off the screen.
Well, 12 took a big hack at that one. He wanted to take that one deep with this wind just barely blowing, but luckily got under it a little bit and fouled it back into the net.
A little high, throw back to first. Oh. Throw was a little high, and the runner ducked back.
Yeah, tell you what, that throw would have been on time, he'd have had him because he caught him slipping. Didn't know he was coming down to first with it. Fortunately, though, that throw was just not on target. Well,
hit him.
Yep, hit him right in the hip, Galen. And that's not what we want. We don't want to put two men on like that with a ball and a hit batter. Well, that'll bring up number 20. Putting a man on first and second with one out.
Josh Alexander, who was the pitcher the starting pitcher for him yesterday.
What did they play? They played Thursday, wasn't it? Thursday.
Thursday, yes.
Yeah, Galen, Thursday.
I keep dropping that one day out of
there.
Yeah,
yeah, especially usually you're going to go back to back on those, but they did have a day of rest, which always helps a little bit.
Trying to keep a tight rein on those base runners out there.
Yeah, he's absolutely trying to keep them a little closer than they want to be, but he's doing a good job looking them back. That's
right.
A good pitch. Just painted that corner with that fastball on the outside. One strike and no balls here. Number 4 batter this first inning.
Strike 2.
Boy, he snuck that one in there beautifully with that changeup.
I tell you, that might be the side of the plate to work right now, the way the umpires call it.
Yeah, he's liking that outside corner, Galen, for sure. So I think he has dialed in on that, and he's thrown the last 3 pitches right in that general area. Got him to go. That was a big pitch there. We needed that to bring up that second out. Man on first and second. You like having 2 outs a lot better than 1 for sure.
Other than a double or a triple play in that situation, the strikeout's about the best thing you can get.
You just really want that man to go on that one, and he took a big hack at that. That was a beautiful pitch.
Playing games again with the base runner out there at second base.
Boy, he just...
You know, if you'd had an election on that pitch, it might have been 50-50. The College Station people saying it was a ball and the Georgetown people saying it was a strike.
And, you know, it was a strike, I believe, but because he dropped it, the umpire wasn't going to give it to him for sure. There we go. Easy out to first.
4-3.
Well, Georgetown gets out of a little bit of a hot spot there with a man left on first and second. So that was a good test of kind of where our head is right now. They stayed patient. Pitching looked good, and that'll bring Georgetown up for the bottom of the first inning.
Tell you, we got a left-hander out here on the mound, a little left-hander.
Let's see what he looks like.
You should go back in baseball history, back to the old Yankees teams of the 50s. It looks like a little bit like Eddie Lopat out on the mound, if anybody can remember that. You had those little left-handers for the Yankees back then, Whitey Ford and Eddie Lopat, and they were pretty tough.
What were they using back then for a baseball, Galen? Was it what size rock were they throwing back then when you were?
Hey, I was in Little League at that time.
What were y'all? It'd be interesting to see what y'all's baseballs looked like back then. Were they even white at that time? Or
yeah. No, they weren't, because we used them over.
Folks, you have to understand. Me and old Galen, we celebrate a birthday in the same week, and I've been giving him a hard time because he's much older than me, and so it's been a lot of fun though. But we do wish Galen a happy birthday. 75 years young and still going strong. bringing people great statistics and stories and broadcasting for baseball, football, basketball, just you name it. If you've got an opening for him to be a part of it, he's going to do it. And so we just wish him a great year, and glad he's healthy this year. Last year at his birthday, we didn't know if he was going to even be here this year, and he fought through it, and God has brought him through it. And boy, it's good to have you back strong for these playoffs, Galen.
I'm happy to be back, and I'm glad for everybody, and happy and respectful for everybody that supported me last year.
It was a tough time, boy. I tell you, that's where I got introduced to SHN and got kind of brought in to help Rob while Galen was out sick, and it established a relationship not only with what we're doing, but also in our businesses together. And boy, it's just become a great friendship, partnership, and then just being able to come alongside and be a part of this. Galen, I'm just thankful. Not thankful that you were sick, but thankful that God uses all circumstances to create new opportunities, and here we are all together today.
And we got Jeffrey David in to lead off here for Georgetown. And most importantly, I just saw Rob run around the stands, and he's on his way back up the
Rob's on the stairs right now. We can definitely hear it, and should be coming in. Hopefully he's got all of his little camera things worked out, and
he's ready. He'll be ready to tell us about some ribeyes here.
Yep, we want to hold him here. We don't want any ribeyes to happen on this side of the inning. Definitely want to get the grill fired up here.
I saw him bring a big thing of butane in before the game, so the grill's bound to be ready.
He's got it growing down there, ready to get this thing kicked off here.
Outside, but he called it a strike anyway.
Boy, that was way outside. I'm not going to ever argue with an umpire because you'll never, ever get any love from him, but that was more outside than some of the other ones that he was calling for us.
That would have been a ball on the GPS in your car.
Yeah, it would have been a ball there, but we'll take it and go on with it, move forward. Oh, boy, I tell you. He got all of that one down that left base line and just pulled it foul. If he straightens that out, we're definitely coming in with a double on that beautiful hit there.
Well, we've had some hits in this. And Thursday night we had several hits down that third base line that were potential hits for both teams.
Almost got him for a tattoo there, but he was able to jump out of the way. Not that he wanted to take that one. That was going to hit him dead square on the shin bone. Sometimes you don't pull through some of those shots like that. Good shot, but straight over to the shortstop.
6-3, we're one down here. Wyatt Childress coming in.
Childress, boy, I tell you, can't say enough about that young man, Galen. He has had another incredible season for the Georgetown Eagles, and we just love every time he steps up to the plate. He gives you an opportunity to put men on and also score some runs.
He was fouled down the right field line this time. He was behind the plate last night, but now he's back out in center field.
Well, ball player like Childress is going to give you so many different looks, and he does an incredible job behind the plate. I think probably the coach could probably put him anywhere out there in the field besides pitching, and he's going to do a good job for you.
It's 1-1 now. A little high and outside. Of course, right now we don't know. We need the umpire's GPS up here to see exactly where those are going.
Yeah, that was definitely
that was low and outside there. Wyatt steps back in, gets into a comfortable stance here. Ooh, just swung through that one.
Yeah, it took a big cut at that. It was a great fastball to hit. He just got under it, dropped his shoulder down just a little bit, and just got under it. But I guarantee if he gets another look like that, he's going to drive that one deep.
That was just a matter of an inch from being a good solid hit.
Oh, man, I'll tell you. Yep. Yep. He pulled it inside on him with a great fastball, just right at the numbers, and just snuck it in there on the inside for the strikeout.
And Copo will be stepping in here. Cole Posey.
Posey with another incredible season of baseball. I mean, you can't really say much about less than any of all these players, but, you know, you've had these key players. He looks at a strike, taking that first pitch like most players do in the beginning of the game. They're taking a lot of those first pitch just to see where they're at. But I tell you, he's throwing strikes, so he might start hacking away first pitch.
We bounced it in that time. 1-1. Yeah, the way this pitcher started out for them, I don't think they're in arrears any by who they picked as the starting pitcher for this game. He looks pretty good.
Yeah, he's ready to go. Let's see what kind of pitching they've got if we go into 2 games today. I know the great thing about Georgetown, Galen, is they are so deep in pitchers that we don't want to, but we can go 2 games on a Saturday all day and not run out of pitching. So we're ready to go either way. Of course, we'd like to get 1 and be done with it, but we're ready if we need to take that game 3 on.
That was a nice, healthy rebound off of the base of the dugout there. Came back on that foul.
1 ball and 2 strikes now on Posey. See what kind of pitch we get here. Nope. I think he lost it in the white of the cloud there. A lot of times when it's overcast like that, you don't have the sun, but it's not so much the sun when you've got these mashed potato looking clouds. It's easy to get that ball lost up in there, and that's what happened. He just overcorrected a little bit.
Yeah, you got the color of the clouds, then you got that rolling sensation.
And
out
that
there.
rolling sensation, and boy, you see a lot of balls drop like this on an overcast day where it's not gray, but it's a lot of white up there. Full of clouds, but he'd made a good effort on it.
Inside.
2-2 now to Posey.
Almost a line in there at the tattoo parlor.
Yeah, he brought his wrist in. Sometimes you'll let it hit you, and sometimes you're like, no, I want to play next inning.
Yeah, I don't.
He's bounced out, and he's swung at it, though, but he's going to get first because of the pass ball there on the catcher. That's going to put Posey on first.
I tell you what, if you're the offensive team, that's the only time a strikeout's good.
Yep. We've got a man on first now with 2 outs, and watching Georgetown this year, and especially in these playoffs, they don't mind playing with 2 outs. They will bring some runs in with 2 outs, and so you can never count them out just because you've got 2 outs. What we don't want to do is we want to get it out of the infield with a line drive here.
Outside here for Ty Tilson.
Yeah, he's going to pitch Tilson out. He does not want Tilson, who can hit this ball. And he's a good place hitter. I watched him in the last few games really get some good line drive base hits in. And I don't think he's going to want to give him anything to hit up the middle or. Long look to first and goes.
Ooh. Yeah, you got to wonder still about that May 11th. You got 2 girls just walked in. One of them had a couple coffees, and her friend had a couple blankets with her walking in on May 11th into the ballpark.
Yeah.
At 2:15, 2:30 in the afternoon.
Blankets in May. Only in baseball, eh?
Yeah.
Yep. Still on that outside corner there. Another ball. Going to make it count 2-0. Back to first. And he's going. Runner's going. No problem whatsoever. I mean, just the jump was bad. The throw was great, and he had him by a mile.
For out number 3, for your Eagles in the bottom half of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base.
No runs there, no hits, no errors for the Georgetown Eagles as they.
You know, if you notice from the last game, Georgetown kind of ran a little bit on the catcher the other day, Thursday night. But today they've got a different catcher in there, and that just showed that he had a much better arm and astuteness as to what was happening. Because if you scout Georgetown, you know they're going to run every chance they get.
Oh, they're such an incredible base running team. So, we've watched. It's been so fun to watch this team. Who's now, of course, they've got a lot of seniors. We've watched them over the last 3 or 4 years, and man, they just run so well. So it's going to be interesting today to see how College Station responds to that great base running by the Georgetown Eagles. But they responded well on that one there and had him by.
No, there was no question.
There was no question on that one for sure, Galen.
Well, we'll come back here with Marlar, Lucas, and Hulbert as the 3 batters here. The 7th, 8th, the 6th, 7th, and 8th batters here.
You're looking at Marlar to lead off here, number 7? Yeah,
yes.
Number 7 is going to be your – yep. Still running through the order here in the second inning now. Marlar's their catcher, of course. He's a senior. Looks like they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 or 11 seniors on their varsity roster. So they're going to be losing some players. First pitch is a strike.
And I'm sure if they're like most good programs, they've got 8 or 9 kids ready to just step into those positions off their sub-varsity teams.
Second pitch there on the outside is a ball. 1-1. Hits it a mile up.
David's coming in, and Vasquez is coming out.
Vasquez calls him out, calls him off there, and good communication there. Almost thought they were going to run into each other, but our catcher calls him off, catches it, out number 1.
We now have Mr. Lucas coming in, swinging the bat, loosening up. Ooh, another of those outside strikes. A little high and a little, might have been a little wide, but it was probably right on the corner of the zone.
This is as far as the roster that I've got. It's going to be out of order here a little bit, I guess, as far as.
This is number 19, Lucas?
Lucas, yes, Bryson Lucas there. 2 strikes now on Lucas.
Swinging right
Big pitch. Big pitch. We'll take it. Well, quick 2 outs there. The bottom of this, or the top of this second inning. That's the way you want to do it. Nobody on. Number 9, Ben Hulbert for College Station. Wanting to try to get something started here with 2 outs.
A little high. You know, the umpire comes out from behind the plate a lot with it, like he's going to take his arm up all the way, but then he doesn't. He only brings it up to about shoulder height.
Yeah. It's interesting to watch these umpires through the games and through this season and then into the playoffs. They use some different ones, and they all have their own kind of little things that they do and little intricacies that you get used to, and I like them. I like these UIL. We just want to thank everyone that makes these high school baseball games possible in playoffs and UIL, and most of these folks just do it voluntarily for the love of the game, and we're appreciative of that.
Yeah, they're not going to go on a cruise to Greece with what they're making. They're umpiring UIL baseball games.
No, I mean that's why I love the high school level, because it's just pure love of the game. Not much politics. You get a little bit, of course, with anything, but nothing like the college and pro level. So this is real sports. We like that. Full count. Got him swinging. 1, 2, 3. College Station goes down. Eagles will come up, try to get this thing moving forward just a little bit, put some runs on the board, and get a little cushion here in the bottom of the second. Coming up soon.
And that was the third strikeout for Brindley.
Third strikeout there. Faced, 7 batters now? 8 batters?
8, I think.
8 batters there.
Yeah.
3 strikeouts. He's pitching pretty well, getting his groove in. It's a nice weather, but it is a little cooler than what they're probably used to right now. The ball is a little wet because that field is wet out there. It's been raining off and on all week, but they've got it in great shape. So it's just, I think, one of these days where you're just going to take you a little bit to find that groove, but once you do, you're going to be just fine.
I think Georgetown coach Adam Foster was in his element earlier before this game after that heavy shower stopped, and he was out there in the outfield on the riding mower, and he loves to mow grass. That's always been one of the things he's always done since he's been on the coaching staff here.
Just love to get out there, and I used to love getting out on mine. I get so busy now. I got some guys that do mine now, but not at my own house, but at the big property. And I used to just get out there, love, and just ride and talk to the Lord about life and things like that. First pitch.
See, we got Mr. Tilson in again.
Called strike.
Tilson, yeah. He's in here because the runner was cut down the last inning. At second. It's out of play.
Big foul out of play there. Big hack at it. And just like that.
Made the kids happy, though. The kids out there, they got to run out there and do something.
Just like that, we find ourselves in a hole. 0-2. This leadoff batter.
Oop, the umpire got something in his eye. Some of those little flakes, artificial turf flakes kind of bounced up.
Ball low there. It's going to bring up 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Inside, 2-2.
Two here.
Inside, made him scooch back a little bit. It's 3-2, full count. Get the lead batter here in the inning on base. And
anything close here, though, he's going to have to take a big cut at it. And he does. Jams him up a little bit, out of play. Good smart at bat there, wanting to not get called on a strike. It was going to be close, but he took a hack on it, was able to get under it a little bit.
Lady eating pizza down there by the first base dugout, she kind of played a little defense with a pizza down there.
Here we go, full count still. Pitch.
Ooh,
big hit.
Oh,
Big hit in the gap between left and center, all the way to the wall. He's going to hold up at 2, go back, safe. Rounded second, looked where he was, realized the ball was coming in, was able to make it back. Big double there. That's where you want to get this inning started, Galen.
It sure is. And I tell you what, by going back, he almost got himself in a pickle there because that throw was awful close on catching him.
You wouldn't. I tell you what, the umpire gave us a little love there because that was as close as you could possibly get at getting called out there on the fallback in, and but we'll take it all day.
With that throw coming almost to second, it would have almost been better for him to try to go to third on that.
Well, let me tell you, though, what a great bit of hitting there. I mean, couldn't have driven that ball any better. Exactly where he wanted to put it up against that 385 wall.
Yeah,
there.
you got a big gap out there.
Yeah, left center there.
Well, guys, thank y'all for keeping it rolling here as we had to get the cameras growing. Thank you, Galen and Joshua. As we will get in rhythm, Jackson Siosen up to bat now for Georgetown, places bunt, and it goes foul off the third base line. Man, big hit. Y'all were talking about it moments ago as Ty Tilson, a little zinger there on that double over to second. Jackson Siosen 0-1 count. Galen, been exciting so far. Georgetown needed the base. As Josh talked about, they got on it.
They did, and that was an ideal place to position the ball.
Again, thank everybody, and sorry for the technical difficulties as we were getting started. We were dealing with some rain today, and it caused some issues for us trying to get everything going here in this broadcast. But we got it taken care of. 0-1, Jackson Siosen trying to place that bunt. The pitcher on the mound is Austin Teal for College Station. Of course, as Joshua said earlier, in their black jerseys. We're showing them as a purple color because their color is white, purple, and black. They're in the black pants and black pinstripe white pants, Joshua. Man, I got my colors all switched around, brother.
Yeah, you got it, though. You've had a lot going today, Rob. I don't think we tell you enough how much we appreciate all that you do to make all this. I don't think people know how many hats you wear, and you probably think you have this huge, gigantic crew that does everything, but you're up here every day early before games trying to get everything done, and then here you go. You're running all the way over this field. So, Rob, man, on behalf of all of us at ACHN, thanks for letting us be a part of it, for doing what you do for this thing and for all that you do.
Hey, man, well, thanks for you guys putting up with me up here. You know, the stress level's a little high because we couldn't get in here because of the rain, and then we got in here because of the rain. Then there was some mud, and, man, everything just kind of went haywire. But you know what, Joshua? You said a prayer. I listened to it. The good Lord answered, and we're up and running. And I want to thank my awesome niece, Miss Zoe Schaefer, up here helping us today. Thank you, Zoe.
Well, you gave her some shout-outs earlier, talked about how much she's done here this afternoon, up and down the bleachers and hanging cords. And, boy, I tell you what, she's just been a blessing, and she makes a great boss, Rob.
0-1 count here for Georgetown. We're in the bottom of the second inning. No score on the board, live from Georgetown, Texas. We had some pretty heavy rain come through the area earlier. In fact, parts of Williamson and Travis counties under flash flood warnings. Those rains are much needed, but we are glad that the rains have stopped. 0-1 here for Georgetown, trying to advance Tilson over at second after his double moments ago. Austin Tell on the mound, the left-handed pitcher for the Cougars of College Station, glances over his left shoulder, and now a little bit of time called as action Jackson Siosen will step off. Galen, these are the jerseys that we've seen throughout last year and this year, the camo jerseys for Georgetown with the American flag as part of the numerals.
Right. You know, they were very good for the team and the fans, but they're a little tough for us to read out there. The zeros in the
Siosen near the pitcher's mound. He bumbled it, and Siosen is able to reach, and on an error will come in and score Ty Tilson. And Georgetown gets on the board first. We'll see if we've got it here on the instant replay. Take a look at that, Josh. Good shot there. As you see, Siosen coming around, and then the error, and Ty Tilson says, you know what, baby, I'm going to bring one in for Georgetown.
I tell you what, I had to bite my tongue because I almost freaked out and interrupted your call, which I'm trying not to do anymore. So, man, but what a great bunt. I mean, couldn't have bunted it better. Got it to hop just a little bit on the pitcher, and he bobbled it, and, boy, there we go. We've broken the ice. 1-0 now, and let's keep this thing going, Rob.
Well, Siosen will reach on the error, and then another error will score Ty Tilson. 2 errors in that. Brings up 6 in the order. The right fielder, number 17, Noah Thompson. The first pitch to Thompson to the outside. The early count 1-0 on no outs.
Yeah, it's a bad situation there for the pitcher. He muffs the pickup on the ball, and then he throws just off a little bit, and that lets the runner go all the way around, So it's actually the second error is an error caused by probably by pressure.
This ball goes off the bat of Noah Thompson, trying to place bunt behind him. The count 1-1 on the foul tip bunt.
Prudently, you'd probably just sit there and hold the ball, but that's hard to do when you're in that situation.
One ball, one strike, no outs. Georgetown leads 1-0. Noah Thompson trying to cook another steak and bring in Georgetown. The pitch on the way, places the bunt, beautiful bunt, and he won't be able to beat it out to first, but the sacrifice bunt will advance Jackson Seosin over to third. Noah Thompson out on the catcher to first base. Marler over to Alexander for the first out. And that's good news. Only one out here for Georgetown. The sacrifice bunt, though, advances Seosin. And it'll bring up seventh in the order, the designated hitter. I believe that's number 6, Wesley Dixon.
Yes, it is.
Dixon, a right-handed batter. Austin Till take a little bit of time as he steps off the mound. First pitch across, brought the heat on that one for the strike, 0-1. Wesley Dixon, 2 at-bats in game number 1 that we had there at Bombers Stadium. He scored 1 run and also reached on a walk one time. Wesley Dixon trying to keep things going here for Georgetown. A low pitch there. The catcher able to get back behind it as Wesley Dixon tells his runner Seosin over at third to take it easy. The count even at 1-1 on 1 out. Josh, appreciate you being up here, brother, keeping things going as well, running the scoreboard. We couldn't do it without all you guys, so thank you, brother.
No, you're welcome. I just love being a part of it. And
hit hard foul off the first baseline over the fence. The count at 1-2 on 1 out. Of course, we played those UIL spots earlier. We want to thank the UIL for everything that they do. This is their time of the season where they are staying busy. Also, our friends at Sports in Action for the license rights to this game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one right up the middle. That's an RBI. Cook the steaks, baby. And Georgetown's got 2 runs on the board as action. Jackson Seosin will come in and score.
Boy, that was a hard hit ball, Rob. Did you just hear that thing all over the stadium? Great hit.
On our camera out there, we got people jumping around in the stands. That's why it was moving around. Seosin comes in and scores. Dixon on the RBI single. Brings up 8th in the order. Is this Jack Brinley batting, Galen?
No, this is Grant Wood.
Grant Wood, okay. I wanted to make sure I've got that right. I do in the lineup. I don't know why I thought it was Brinley. Well, because Grant Wood's a pitcher also. Early count here is a strike, 0-1.
Today he is Grant Wood, the second baseman.
Keeping him honest on first there, Rob. Not wanting this good base running team, like Galen said, to steal on them.
This one will drop in front of the third baseman. An opportunity for a double play, but Georgetown appears able to beat it out, so it is 1 out over at second. But Grant Wood will reach on the fielder's choice. A double play attempt there. Dixon will be out for the second out over at second base. And that'll take us to the bottom of the order. The catcher, number 24, A.J. Vasquez. Going back to game 1, Vasquez did not play. He was not in the lineup, so this will be his first time during this series. A.J. Vasquez for the Eagles.
That's good. Good to see him get in on some playoff baseball here.
Vasquez family always joining us on SHN. Appreciate them. Pick attempt over at the base.
Yeah, he's got 5 or 6 more pitches probably added onto his pitch total and throws over to first base in the second.
That's interesting. Again, I've never thought about that. Is that
no? Those
don't count, right?
No.
Okay.
Here in the postseason, he did play versus Weiss. A.J. Vasquez in one game, 2 plate appearances, 1 at bat. He had 1 hit. That 1 hit was a single and also reached on a walk. So, as Joshua Harris likes to say, A.J. Vasquez is due here in the playoffs.
He's 0-2 and due. Absolutely, you better believe it.
The 0-1 pick attempt back over to first base where Grant Wood resting. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Georgetown leads 2-0. Again, thanks for joining us live this afternoon in a packed house here at Georgetown High School. Appreciate Nathan Hyde out there on camera as well.
Oh, Nathan just does so much for SHN. Really
Next
does.
pitch high and upstairs, and the catcher will throw one away on an error. On a pick attempt, and not a pick attempt, but just trying to throw him out, and advancing over to second is Grant Wood on the error by the catcher. A.J. Vasquez finds himself in a 1-1-2 count.
That's one thing that's shown up so far in this series is that you need to make these people throw the ball. Because if they throw the ball, they're not necessarily always going to be accurate. That's shown, and that's just the truth of the matter.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. A.J. Vasquez, the right-handed batter for Georgetown, with Austin Teal on the mound. Swing and a miss.
Who's fouled?
Got him for the second, 1-2.
Pretty cutter right down the middle there. Got him to swing hard on it, too.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner in scoring position. A hit regardless will run Grant Wood, and then it's on the way. This one chopped foul off the third baseline into the Georgetown Eagle dugout. The count remains 1-2, and the battle starts here for Georgetown's A.J. Vasquez. Well, the good news is, Joshua, we've been so fortunate and blessed to be able to bring these games. I talk about that all the time here on the broadcast, but we've really put this together with equipment that technically shouldn't work the way it does. And I've ordered some new stuff. Got him there looking for the third and final out. Didn't want to miss that. Great there.
Yeah, you're right. And it's a building process, Rob, but I tell you what, for what you do have and things that you're putting together and the limited resources at this time as you continue to build this incredible broadcast business, you're doing the best you can do, and there's always going to be technical issues. I don't care what kind of equipment you got. It just is what it is. You've been in IT for, 20 years, and you already know. So, but you're doing a great job, and we're all blessed by it, whether we're here or I'm on the road or whatever, and being able to even listen into the YouTube. Just the audio is incredible, and we love it.
Jared Fremel out there getting the crowd on their feet. As we are through 2 innings, Georgetown leads 2-0. College Station will be back at bat here to start things in the top of the third. Friends, we couldn't make these broadcasts possible without the generous support of our sponsors, especially during this playoff run. We want to give special recognition to all those sponsors. We'll start with Courtney Home Inspections, Mr. Christopher Courtney. Courtney Home Inspections. He was our season presenting sponsor, and he said, you know what, Rob? I'd like to stay on throughout the playoffs as well. So thank you to Chris Courtney for all of your home inspection needs. Check out Courtney Home Inspections. They'll do what's right as an ethical business member of the Central Texas Business Association. For all of your home inspection needs, whether you're buying or selling, get that home inspected. Get the best one in the business. That's Courtney Home Inspections online at CourtneyHomeInspection.com. We also want to give special thanks and recognition to our good friend Joshua Harris, who's right here next to me from the Oak Ridge Disciple House. We appreciate you for all of your support and all the great things that you do through the Oak Ridge Disciple House, helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. That light can be found through the faithfulness and the good men over at the Oak Ridge Disciple House. Check them out online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Thank you, Rob.
Man, Josh, I'm stressed out as I was earlier. You may need to get a bed for me over there, brother.
I told you before, and I'll tell you again now that for about a year and a half, I've always got one on reserve. We just don't even fill it. We just keep it ready for you. It's got your name on it, and just whenever you're ready, you come on and just hang out.
But in all seriousness, those guys, you do a great job with them, Joshua, and changing their lives.
Thank you. We're just blessed to be able to do it one day at a time.
First pitch across the plate, the strike to Bottom of the order, Keith Coronado. I believe that's Kesey Coronado. The early count here, 0-1 on Coronado. Next one, swung around again, 0-2. Coronado played in that first game back on Thursday in Bryan, Texas. 0-2 pitch on the way, hit hard, foul off the third base line. Coronado was at bat twice in that game, no hits. He reached on a walk. He also struck out once. So right here, Georgetown's Jack Brindley trying to strike him out for the second time in this series. The 0-2, Brindley shrugs, left leg up, the stretch, the delivery. High and close to the inside, what I call a shaving pitch, as that one was right near the chin, 1-2. Galen, we talk about it, man. There's so many old terminology for baseball. We just make up our own here on SHN.
That's all you can do.
The old shaving pitch, Joshua. It looks like you got that pitch.
Yeah, I do have that pitch. And I'm just wondering why whenever you address Galen, you always say things like old and older. And is that what's going on? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, wisdom is what it is. 1-2 the count. The next one hit foul.
That's why Josh is pushing the wheelchair and a walker over here towards me. Right.
Next delivery on the way. This one, a base hit, singled right over to the right power alley. As it rolls to Childress over its center, the shift was there, but the ball was placed beautifully. A good leadoff single by Keith Coronado, and he'll reach on that leadoff single. Brings up back to the top of the order the shortstop, number 1, Kit Colley. Here in the top of this third inning, Kit Colley out on a grounder for the first out back in the first inning.
Yeah, you give credit where credit's due, Rob. That was a great piece of hitting right there by College Station.
Colley, the right-handed batter for College Station. And Brindley will throw the pick attempt over to Siosin. The base runner safe there is Kesey Coronado. Colley at bat 4 times in the game on Thursday, scored 1 run on 2 hits. Trying to continue to pick up where he left off. Breaking ball, too high upstairs. And the count at 1-0 on the first pitch to Colley. Something that Jack Brindley in several of our interviews this season has talked about. He has worked on that breaking ball pitch this season, and he has done a great job with it here, or in the preseason, and now here in the postseason you're seeing it. Bunt place, diving, wow, what a grab at third by Jeffrey David, unbelievable. Oh, baby. We'll try to see if we have that one on the replay. Taking another look at it here. I'm not sure if we got the switch quick enough because it happened so fast. Yep, Zoe got it, and look at that dive. Great job, Zoe. Oh, baby, what a jab right there by Georgetown's Jeffrey David over at third.
That's what's so exciting about baseball. I mean, I love football and basketball, but the ball comes off these bats so fast, and it's just such an exciting thing when something like that happens, and there's such a great defensive play as well.
They're working with Coronado down the first baseline, and he may have, in his hurry to get back, he may have jammed his leg or something. They're letting him run it out a little bit, the umpires are, and they're taking him out of it. Looks like they're taking him out of the game and going to put a pinch runner in.
There's a pinch runner coming in, and that pinch runner is the number 11 for College Station, Jordan Bellows.
Will be number 11, Jordan Bellows.
So Jordan Bellows now pinch running over at first base for Kesey Coronado. Hopefully he'll be all right. Second in the order, the second baseman, number 2, Zach Williams at bat. It is a packed house. I talked about it earlier. We appreciate all the College Station fans that are here as well. Even though we broadcast for Georgetown, we always want to make the visiting teams feel like they're welcome, and you are certainly welcome here and welcome into this broadcast. Thank you so much, and just a wonderful folks. This one will pop up over to right. Chasing it down is Thompson, and he will let the delivery go over to – who was that over? Was that second base, Galen?
That was Grant. Yeah.
Grant Wood over at second makes the grab, and then we saw him seeing Wood here today move over to that second base, and it's kind of cool to see him out there. We haven't seen him out there yet this season.
He ran a mile to go get that one. I was watching him. I was like, man, he's going to run all the way out to right field. But you know what? He made the catch. That's all that matters.
He plays second base quite a bit when Brindley's pitching.
For the first time in the series, rather, because he played pitcher in that first game. Pick attempt over to first base. Base runner still okay out there is Bellows. Delivery on the way. This one will pop up over to Posey. It's short in the dirt, and Posey takes about 3 steps and over to his left. Has the grab and has the third out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. And Galen, somehow I missed a second out in that inning. Where did that second out happen?
Let's see, we had a single by Coronado, 5-3 by Cowley. Zach Williams popped the second, and Brandon Williams popped the short.
That's the one I missed there. So fly over to 4, and then a fly over to 6 for the third out. So after that leadoff single, a 1-2-3 inning. Georgetown back at bat next here as we're through 2.5. Bottom of the third coming up. Your score, Georgetown 2, College Station 0. Stay with us, friends. Georgetown Eagle Baseball area round playoff action on the home of the Eagles. SHN Sports continues here in just a few moments. Welcome back to Georgetown High School as we are getting started here in the bottom of the third inning. Rob Hipp alongside Galen Welnicki, Joshua Harris, Nathan Hyde on camera, Zoe Schaefer running the mixer for us today. Leading off for the Eagles here in the bottom of the third. We'll start things back at the top of the order with Georgetown's Jeffrey David. The first pitch on the way is a ball, 1-0 early count. We haven't seen any pitching changes yet, Galen, have we, in this game? Austin Till remains on the mound. The left-handed delivery low to the inside, right at the feet of David. Luckily, nobody on base for College Station. Or for the Eagles. That would have been a wild pitch advance. 2-0 the early count here on Georgetown's Jeffrey David. Jeffrey David facing pitchers 4 times. He scored 1 run on 2 hits, 1 steak cooked, and 1 strikeout back in game number 1. Next delivery, again outside for another ball. The count here 3-0. David's got some options here. Right leg up, left-handed delivery. This one just across the zone for a strike, 3-1.
I don't think you're going to get 4 out there like that, 4 straight out there like that for balls. I think he's going to call at least one of them strike.
Yeah, he is picky on that side for sure, Galen.
Next one hit foul off the first base side.
Well, it fills the count up quick, doesn't it, Rob?
3-2. Sure does. Payoff pitch on the way, high to the outside, and that'll be a leadoff walk for Georgetown's Jeffrey David.
We'll take it. That's as good as a hit, I always tell my son.
Balls.
4 of them thrown there. Yep, 4 balls thrown in that one for the leadoff walk. And Jeffrey David doing a great job. And we go back to the playoffs here. Of course, now in his 3rd game, that is only the 2nd time he has reached on a walk. He struck out 1 time here in the postseason. Of course, we've only had 2 postseason games. That round 13-0 domination versus Weiss, and then the game back on Thursday at Bomber Stadium in Bryan, Texas. Next batter, the center fielder, number 13, Wyatt Childress. Pitch on the way to the right-handed batter. Oh, the shaving pitch close to the inside. Wyatt turned his left cheek. Taking a biblical move there, man. You just turn your cheek.
Well, sometimes again, you got to turn it, but man, that was close. that was dangerously close there, Rob.
Turn your cheek, brother.
Yes.
I would definitely turn on that one. Joshua has a great picture of that, by the way. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Pickoff attempt over at first. Josh, email that to me. We can maybe throw that up on the screen in between innings, actually. We got
That's a great shot.
We'll add the layer of stress here.
I'll do that.
In between the innings.
Where are we at? 1 ball, okay.
1-0 count here to Georgetown's Wyatt Childress. Austin Teal on the mound as he keeps that eye over at first base. Good leadoff by David. He can steal bases if he gets away. Next pitch to the outside, 2-0 count now. And Georgetown's Jeffrey David in the postseason with 2 stolen bases, trying to get the third one here. Again, that count 2-0. Another pick attempt. And, you know, Austin Till out there, Galen, he knows that Georgetown can steal bases. They've done it. That's what they're known for. Jeffrey David is really good at it because, boy, once they get those rockets going, Georgetown takes off. 2-0 pitch off the right hand. Another one high upstairs, and another 3-0 count here. Back-to-back batters who have faced 3-0 counts. Wyatt Childress. I was talking to Zoe on the way over here, my niece who's helping us today, Joshua, and I said, she goes to Temple, and I said, well, maybe we get a SHN Temple going. She said her favorite sport, though, is tennis and baseball. So that one across the plate for a strike, 3-1.
Good sports, Zoe, that you like there. Doing a great job today here, helping us.
Well, back in game 1, Ty Tilson drove in 2 runs when he singled and helped his team, and we'll see him come up here in a little bit as 4th in the order. But a 4th ball thrown, and that will advance Wyatt Childress on a walk as well. So now runners at 1 and 2. David will advance to scoring position over at 2nd. Childress over at 3rd. And for Wyatt Childress, that is his 4th walk of the postseason, Galen. Pretty good eye by that young man. We needed him back at the right time, and he came at the right time after his early season injury. Shortstop number 5, Cole Posey, the Boise State commit, right-handed batter showing bunt. Pick attempt over at 2nd. The runner is out. Oh, mama. A little bit too much of a leadoff. Let's look at it on the replay. See if we've got it here. There is that back door angle, but we'll see. You can see the shift there, and the pitcher turn around through it, and yep, right there, got him. Cole Posey yet to have a pitch thrown at him. Runner now on first. Pitch on the way. Got him across the plate for a strike. 0-1. Good pitch by Teal.
Well, sometimes I wish they were up here with us looking at how good that pitch was to hit. And I know it's so much easier said than done, but what a pitch to take high. Woo!
Cole Posey in his 3rd game of the postseason. 8th plate appearance, his 4th at bat. Swung around and missed here, 0-2. Posey has 3 runs here in the postseason. One of those hits that he had brought in some runs for an RBI. He's also reached on a walk 4 times. He struck out once. He's trying to avoid striking out for the 2nd time in the postseason. Next delivery on the 0-2. Got him looking on that outside corner. Cole wishes he could have that one back. And on his 2nd at-bat of this series, he will strike out looking for the first out. 1 away here in the bottom, or 2 away, beg your pardon. 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. It'll bring up 4th in the order, the left fielder, number 10, Ty Tilson. Again, Ty, one of the main reasons Georgetown was able to get that victory back on Thursday after his 2 RBI single. Pick attempt over at first. College Station fans wanted the runner out, and he's safe. First pitch yet still hasn't been thrown to Tilson. Now it's on its way off the left hand. This one, a little grounder there before the catcher, but he was able to get behind it as Marlar. Again, Till on the mound as the pitcher, number 21. Marlar the catcher, 7. Number 20, Alexander over at first. Williams, number 2 at 2nd. Number 3, Scarmato over at 3rd. Cauley, the shortstop from left to right. It's Coronado, Lucas, and Holbert. That's your defensive set for College Station. Another pick attempt, quickly running back over to base for Georgetown's Wyatt Childress. Appreciate the Childress family as well, Benji Donaldson and his grandparents. We actually ran into his mother and father and fine folks over at, what is it, Chicken Oil Chicken, something like that?
Chicken Oil Company.
Something oil, chicken. They cook everything over there. 1-0. Childress will take off, stolen base, and he's there in plenty of time. Didn't even throw over there. Childress in scoring position.
I've seen through the years that anyone that goes to College Station that doesn't live in College Stations, that is absolutely almost a must to go to that chicken place. And I'm just, I still have yet to try it, Rob. So next time I go down there with you, I'll have to give it a shot.
The only bad thing about it is they don't have brown gravy. They put cream gravy on everything. Okay. Including hamburger steak.
Okay.
Wyatt Childress picking up his 5th stolen base of the postseason here in the 3rd game of the postseason. 2-0 count to Tilson. This one got him across the plate on a good change-up pitch. 2-0 the count here on Georgetown, or 2-1 on Ty Tilson.
There's a place a little further down the street, about 2 blocks further down the street, that I love.
2 balls, 1 strike on 2 outs. Left pitch on the way, low, and on the wild pitch, runner will take off. Diving over to third is Childress, and he'll stay there at third on the wild pitch. Take a look at that on the replay there.
That's great base running there, and throw was in time. It got him, but a little off.
See it there right on the replay. See if we have that angle. There it is. Nathan got there in time. Zoe got the switch. And you see Childress there as he goes, man, I got to put my left leg back on the back of that bag, baby. 3-1 count. 3 balls, 1 strike on 2 outs. Georgetown trying to bring in another run here is Ty Tilson. Tilson, that pitch too far to the outside, and Tilson will reach on a walk. And that's 3 of the 4 batters have now reached on walks here in the bottom of this 3rd inning, with Tilson over at first now reaching on that walk just a few moments ago, and Wyatt Childress in that hot corner over at 3rd. Bring up 5th in the order, the first baseman, number 12, Galen Action Jackson Sheoshin.
And now's the time for some action. They got, it's interesting down there. There's 4 College Station players out behind the dugout playing catch right now. None of them look to be like they're warming up to come in the pitch, but
that's what I'm talking about, Galen. Throwing up some good vibes here from the booth for Jackson Sheoshin.
Like to see
runner will take off, and Georgetown may try to come in and score here, and they will on an error there. They got the run in time, and now the runner there on the base path may be tagged out, but Georgetown did get that 3rd run, correct, Galen? That counts. Yes. He was there in plenty of time.
We'll take that all day. I mean, I know we don't want to get that out, but to get him caught up and get that 3rd base runner in, boy, that's what you're talking about. Put that score at 3-0 now going into the 4th.
May not have the replay in enough time. Yeah, well, I didn't grab the buffer in just enough time. But anyways, Georgetown picking up a run here in the bottom of the 3rd. Their 3rd run of the afternoon. We're through 3. Top of the 4th coming up. Georgetown leads here at Georgetown High School. Thanks for joining us. We'll step aside and take a quick break. Eagle Baseball continues in a few moments. Welcome back, Georgetown Eagle Baseball, as we get things started here in the top of the 4th inning. Rob Hipp alongside Joshua Harris, Galen Wilnicki up here in the booth with us as well. Again, thanks for hanging with us today here as Georgetown leading College Station 3-0 as we get started here in the top of this 4th inning. And in the top of the fourth, leading off will be number 4 for the Cougars of College Station. That'll be the first baseman, number 20. Actually, I beg your pardon. I'm way off, Galen. They must have switched things up. It's a new batter out there. That's number 20, Galen. Didn't they start with a different batter there? Or has it always been number 4? I have it written down as number 20, Josh Alexander, in that 4th spot. I did not have a number 4 here. So it's number 4 who is now in there. It's Johnny Castillo. And Johnny Castillo on a 1-1 count. Appreciate the booth and Dennis Allman and Mr. Barber next door giving us the thumbs up on that as well. 1-1, no out count. Right-handed pitch from Brindley on the way, low. Brings it to a 2-1. Ahead of the count now is the batter, Castillo. Johnny Castillo, a senior, one of 8 seniors on this team. And a 2-1 count. Brindley, left leg up, right-handed fastball. This one hit hard, and it will make a diving grab. Wow, what a play by Childress over at center. Are you kidding me? For the first out. Unbelievable. Oh, my goodness. Take a look at this one on the replay. Wow. Joshua, what a play by Childress.
You couldn't have asked for a better jump on that ball, and, man, what a dive to let that ball fall right into his glove. That was not easy, but that was awesome.
I think I've ever said, are you kidding me on a broadcast, because that one had me stunned. Next delivery by Brindley. This one in the ground here to the third baseman, number 3, Chandon Scarmato. That's a ball, 1-0 early count. Galen, that was unbelievable.
Alexander, it was. And Alexander coming out opens up some possibilities. Since he was a starter, he can re-enter the game. He could also re-enter the game as a pitcher later.
Scarmato coming into this game with 2 at-bats, 1 hit and 1 walk. Next delivery, another ball, 2-0 early count. Jack Brindley for Georgetown, left glove in his face, left leg up, right-handed delivery. Got him to bite? No. He's looking over at the first base umpire, and they say no, it's a ball. 3-0 count. Oh, my goodness.
He just pulled that back, Rob. That looked like he went around enough on that one.
The words of my buddy Cameron up at St. Edwards, just got it. 3-1. This time the breaking ball drops in for a strike, 3-1. You'll see that a lot from Brindley on a 3-0 is a good breaking ball. 3-1 on 1 out with the nobody on, Josh.
I think he needs to just throw another one right here as well.
Next delivery. Got him on the outside corner for another strike to bring it to a payoff pitch at 3-2.
Probably see him throw a nice hard fastball here. Get him to come around since he's dropped him down both times.
Payoff pitch on its way. This one laced right over to left power alley. That's a base hit on a payoff pitch. Beautifully done by Chandon Scarmato.
Yep, just like we thought. He was just able to get around on it.
Take a look at that one on the replay. That's worth another look.
Good bit of hitting there, College Station.
Bring up 6 in the order, the catcher, number 7, Cole Marler. Pete Thill here, the Georgetown football booster president. Appreciate all the fine work that he does, and we're excited about football season coming up with
Can you believe it?
New head coach here at Georgetown. Excited about that, Galen. That pitch too close to the inside. The first one 1-0 count here on Cole Marler. And Brindley will head over to the mound and talk things over with his pitching staff as Nathan will get a good zoom in there for us. Coach Dusty Brindley. We were talking about this on the ride up here, Galen. Coach Brindley, soft-spoken, but probably one of the best coaches in the pitching side of things in this area. Not downplaying any coaches, but he does such a phenomenal job with these kids. Galen.
He does. He's exceptional. Assistant coach, and it's exceptional that you keep an assistant coach that good for this long in this program.
1-0 pitch on the way off the right hand, swung on, hit, and this one will go foul way off the third base line. David doesn't even have an opportunity to make a play on it. It bounces right off of the Georgetown dugout roof, or their batting facility next to them. They're off that third base line. The count even at 1-1 on 1 out. Little aces across the board. Again, we want to thank our friends at Minuteman Press of Georgetown, Blake Nicholson, Ty Gibson, for all of your printing needs. Minuteman Press of Georgetown, online at mmptx.com. Thank you, Minuteman. We'll get to more sponsors in between the innings. 1-1 pitch. Break there, didn't get up in enough time, or didn't drop down in enough time. Galen, 2-1 count. Any activity over there in the bullpen?
That's what I'm looking at. I'm gonna ask Nathan to see down in the bullpen to see if there is anybody warming up.
I don't see anybody down there just yet. Nope, nobody there. 3-1. Next one a ball there. Three balls, 1 strike, runner on 1. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, baby, for the second strike. Brindley brought the heat. Oh, man. Put your sausage wraps out there, your hamburger patties, whatever you got barbecuing. Let them cook right there in between that pitcher's mound and home plate, Joshua.
Beautiful, beautiful high fastball there. I mean, just got him to swing incredibly hard on it and could not even get around on it at all. Great pitch.
We may be foxed out here a little bit on the bullpen down there. The bullpen may be full of water, and they may be warming up people behind the dugout.
Could be right, Galen. We've had a lot of rain this week.
Cole Marler, swing and a miss. Brindley got him, brought the heat again, baby, for the strikeout, swinging, and the second out. We'll take a look at it on the replay.
Another high fastball there, just got him to go. It was a great pitch, 2 in a row.
Okay, there is somebody starting to loosen up now in the bullpen. 15 is behind the dugout. That is Rylan Urbanik.
Urbanzik out there getting that, and the first pitch on the way, a strike here to Lucas Bryson. 2 away here in the top of the 4th inning. Georgetown trying to seal the deal and move on to the regionals. This College Station team ranked number 18 in the Texas high school baseball poll. I believe unranked in the coaches' polls, but we go by the Texas high school baseball poll. As they finish second in their district behind Magnolia West. 0-1 pitch, low in the dirt. Catcher able to get behind it. Good stop there by Vasquez. Evens the count at 1-1 on 2 outs. Miss Brenda Siosen down there today wearing a nice hat. Appreciate the Siosen family and all that they do for Georgetown Eagles. 1-1 on 2 outs. Chop this one over, and it goes foul as it rolls gingerly behind the third base line. The count at 1-2 strikes on Bryson Lucas. We also want to thank the Posey family here from Georgetown for their generous support of coverage on SHN Sports last year, helping us and the Posey Law Firm secure equipment. We couldn't do it and couldn't bring you these great camera angles without that support. So thank you to the Posey family. And Merrick Posey just opened up a smoothie bar here in Georgetown, so I got to go check that out, man. I hope she does well with that.
Absolutely need to go check that out. Love a good smoothie.
1-2 pitch to high upstairs. The count even at 2-2 on 2 outs. Speaking of smoothies, Zoe and I are going to go get ice cream after this game. Maybe we can go get a smoothie and try out that new smoothie bar. It may be good. It will be good. I know it will if it's coming
from that family. They're not going to put out anything that's not exceptional for sure.
2-2 pops up, goes behind us for a foul ball, and the count remains 2-2.
Doesn't get quite as much of a resilient noise, though, as we did last night when we had the foul balls going back over.
We'll have it next year, as this will be a covered facility here, so we'll hear them loud and proud off the top of the tin roof. 2-2 on 2 outs. The pitch on the way. This one popped up. Another one foul behind the fence and behind us. And the battle starting here and continuing for 7th in the order, the center fielder, number 19, Bryson Lucas. Bryson Lucas in his 5th at-bat of this series. Struck out once in the first game back on Thursday night. This delivery got him for the strikeout. He tried to pull back, but not at enough time, and Brindley bringing the heat, and Georgetown keeping the runs off the board for the visiting College Station Cougars here in game number 2 of the area round playoffs here in 5A. In that inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We're through 3.5, bottom of the 4th, coming up in a few moments. Galen, it's been a fun one. We'll keep it right here. Been good so far, Galen.
Yes, it has. And, you know, the former football coach and athletic director snuck in here. He came in, and he's sitting over on the College Station side with some of his family.
Nathan got a good angle as we got the camera on him there, showing all the fans here today. Good shot, Nathan. Great camera work out there, Joshua, by Nathan today, who's in David England's spot, keeping it warm. Nathan doing great camera work. Look at all the folks here today. Georgetown, and then Nathan will keep panning over, and even the College Station folks showing up in good numbers here today. So we were out at Bomber, had a good time there, Galen, and Georgetown trying to put this game away, of course. College Station, still plenty of time here. If they can get the victory, we'll force a game, winner take all 3, 30 minutes after this one.
The YMCA here.
Well, again, we want to thank the generous support of our sponsors. These broadcasts couldn't be made possible without them. We want to thank Brent Parker with Specialty Restoration, taking care of remodeling and other needs after fires and other water damage events, and also just remodeling in general. For all of your restoration needs, check out Brent Parker Specialty Restoration. Look them up on Facebook at Specialty Restoration. We appreciate your generous support. Thank you, Mr. Parker, for helping make these broadcasts possible.
Well, here we go, Rob. We sure would like to add a little more cushion to this 3-0 lead.
Leading off for Georgetown, we'll go back to Jackson Seosin, and the early count here for Jackson. Got a strike across the plate, 0-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Of course, we'll go 7 innings unless things tie up and we have to go after, but as it stands now, Georgetown holding on to a 3-0 lead, trying to get some insurance papers here. Swing and a miss. Wow, what a pitch by Teal. As Seosin said, I'm hungry, he swung, but his mouth missed the food, and it's an 0-2 count.
Almost ripped the numbers off his back with that swing, Rob. Big cut.
We had a player for Georgetown here on an 0-2. This pitch way too far outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Matt Leishman, if you're listening, you'll know what player I'm talking about. I can't remember the last name now, but in football, his letters came off of the back of his jersey, and I forgot what was it.
I remember that, Rob.
It was hilarious because it described the kid perfectly.
It was a stormy night. Y'all had power problems that night. It was a crazy night of football. I remember I was listening online.
Strikeout swinging here, but the put out as it got away from the catcher, but Marler able to throw it to Alexander. That will still credit as a strikeout swinging on a 1-3 put out. Correct, Galen? I'm learning, man. I'm learning from the legend after these years up here in the booth. Galen said he's going to start charging me for the tutoring, baseball tutoring.
I guarantee you, being in the press box one night with Mr. Allman last night, 2 nights ago, gave you more than you've ever got from me.
Hey, it's all I end all those broadcasts. We're not strong enough alone, Galen, and you're a big part of what we do here at SHM, partner. Noah Thompson, 0-1, the left-handed batter. 0-1 on 1 out. The next delivery on the way to Thompson. He'll lace this one over out of the reach of the first baseman, and that is a single for Georgetown's Noah Thompson. A 1-out single, baby. It'll bring up 7th in the order, the designated hitter number 6, Wesley Dixon.
Beautiful swing, beautiful contact. Drove that ball right out of the infield over the first base line, and boy, nice hit.
Wesley Dixon, his second at-bat, he is 1 for 1. He did have that second out, though, back in the second as he was caught there in that run-up. Runner on is Noah Thompson. The pitch on the way. Another hard hit over to right, though. This one may drop to Holbert, and it does. And quickly, Georgetown's going to have to get back. Diving, sliding, and not in time. The third and final out of the inning. We'll look at that one on the replay as Williams thought that was gone. Or beg your pardon, Williams Thompson thought that one was gone, and he couldn't get back in enough time. You can see it there on your replays. He got caught up. He was already almost to that second base bag. There he goes running back. Good catch there, Zoe, on that.
Yeah, Rob, I don't think he really thought it would, not correcting you, gone. I think he thought it was going to drop, but boy, it carried. That wind picked it up a little bit. Wind is kicking up a little stronger, and I think it just carried a little too much. And
I want to look at this again on the replay. I mean, the coaches didn't say anything. Zoe had a great angle here with Nathan's camera on the replay. Let's take a look at this here. Throw was there. Yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
barely.
There.
Okay.
Yeah, he had his foot dragged there, but unfortunate to not get that man around, leave him like that. But here we go. Still have a 3-0 lead going into the fifth.
So out there, the pop-up over to right, and it was 3 away in the inning to stop things in the fourth. Georgetown scoring no runs in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, none in the fourth, and we are here in the top of the fifth inning, about to get started. Again, we want to make sure we thank our sponsors here on SHN Sports. These broadcasts made possible in part by Dr. Paul Berg. Paul Berg Family Medicine here in Georgetown, Texas. Appreciate you, Dr. Berg, and all the fine work that you do. And Dr. Berg's wife, Dr. Jetterpay, was my doctor back in the day. Thank you, Amy, for all the work that you do as well.
Doctors, so great. Appreciate them so much.
Appreciate you, Dr. Berg. Again, Dr. Paul Berg, Family Medicine here in Georgetown, Texas. Appreciate your generous support. And Holbert will lead things off here for College Station. 8th in the order, the right fielder starting things for College Station. Hard hit foul off the third base line. The early count 0-1 to start things. Brindley remains on the mound. And Galen, you may have talked about this. We thought that we would see Childers start this game. He's pretty much the ace for this College Station team, from my understanding. We haven't seen him.
No, I've seen he was down there throwing the ball against the back of the dugout a while ago, but as far as bringing him into the game, no. So we haven't got, as far as I know, we haven't got an explanation of why he didn't.
A little bit of discussion here as Holbert will talk things over with College Station coach in his box near the third base line. And back into action. 1-1 count here for Ben Holbert. We're away here in the top of the fifth. No outs, nobody on. College Station trails 3-0. Next delivery on the way. Oh, there was the shaven pitch. Right, that one will get your ear hair right there, Joshua. 2-1.
Yeah, I did send you that picture as well.
Take a look here real quick and see if you got any. No, you ain't got
it. No, I got it. I actually just got it trimmed off yesterday, which is great.
2-1 foul off the first base line to even the count at 2-2.
Now, don't look under. If you look under Galen's, literally, it's scary under there. So, don't move his earphones at all. I saw him tucking it in earlier so he could hear good. So
2-2 pitch on the way, no outs. This one, that is a base hit over to left as it will drop in front of Tilson in the green, and that is a leadoff single on a 2-2 pitch for Holbert. Hey, I'm getting to that age when I go get a haircut now. I ask him to trim my eyebrows, Joshua, no joke.
I do too. I mean, I tease him, but I'm telling you, they do clean it off every 2 weeks, and they do trim my eyebrows now. I just can't wait till I get to the age where you just don't care, and they're just like, they say hello. You
can braid your eyebrows.
You don't even have to wave. You just nod your head. Yeah.
One base runner on now for College Station. No outs. The pitch on the way to the left-handed batter. It's a strike in the zone. Is that Bellows? It is Bellows who came in for Coronado. Bellows 0-1. Good pitch by Brindley, Galen.
Yes, it was. I was in talking about haircuts. I was in the deli at HEB yesterday, and one of the ladies asked me if I got a haircut, and I said yes. And I said, yeah, 2 or 3, because it was that long.
0-1 pitch, too far to the outside. The count even at 1-1 on no outs. Again, the runner Holbert over at first, and just as I knew, and I appreciate my brother that I miss dearly, man, out there, one of my best friends, Mr. Matt Leishman, did text me, and I know exactly what that player was now. Pitch away. College Station going to try to dive, and he's out over at second. We'll take a look at it on the replay.
What a great arm. What a great arm that man has right there.
Vasquez over to Wood, I believe, Galen. At second for the first out, caught stealing. A 2-1 count here.
That takes a lot of pressure off.
Boy,
right there.
Zoe's got a great angle at that. Good job, Zoe, as we saw that one there, and he's out. 2-1. Good job by Nathan on the camera. 2-1 pitch on the way. That one low. Looked good from here and didn't get the call. 3-1 count.
Rob, I'm just getting an update that Liberty Hill has now knocked out Caldwell over at Eastview.
3-1, this one close, and I believe that may be the first reach on a walk, Galen, unless I missed it when I was doing technical work earlier by Brinley on the mound. That's the second one.
Yeah, he had a walk and then a back-to-back hit by pitcher in the first.
So it was Williams that walked there. I got you. And
then the other Williams got punked by a pitch.
And luckily, all those guys were left on in that inning. Things happened there. And we got a discussion on the mound. Brinley will talk things over with Brinley. Coach Brinley will talk things over with Jack Brinley. Want to give a special thank you to Wyatt Childress' grandparents in Sugar Land and Missouri City. Send us a message. Thanks, SHN. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to Jared Reese, Cole Posey from Deer Park, and the entire team. Thank you to our friends there in Deer Park, Texas. And Misael Romero, appreciate you, brother. He's messaging me. He knew it too. Matt knew it too. He said it was Paul Salcedo, that football game. Because we would always say, Paul Salcedo bringing the sauce, baby. And literally, the letters fell off to where it said sauce.
And I hit you so hard, I knocked the letters off your back.
Hit it so hard, he knocked the sauce out of him, baby. And his jersey said sauce. The D-O got knocked off. That was one of the greatest things that I ever saw. We got to dig that up in the archives, man. 0-1 pitch here to lead things off for Kit, or not to lead things off, but to start things here for Kit Colley. Back to the top of the order. Matt Leishman also sending that in. He said if memory serves, the D-O fell off of Salcedo, so it said sauce. Appreciate you, Matt. I hope you're doing good, brother. We miss you up here in this booth. 0-1, pick attempt, runner safe. Let's look at that one on the replay and see what kind of angle we got on it.
I think you're getting to get as close as you can get right there. Boy, they sure wanted it here on the Georgetown side.
Oh, Foster's not happy. He'll go talk things over with the first plate umpire.
Yeah, that looked really.
Let's see if we've got it here on the replay, Josh. I know it's a little slow and go here. We didn't get the switch quick enough. That's okay. We can't get them all, but that was a close one. Some of those are pretty fast as they happen.
He's not going to win the battle, but he's going to definitely tell that umpire, listen, come on. Come on now.
Come on.
Let's play off baseball.
He said, he said, get on down here and get the rest of it.
Come on, get on down here and get the rest of that.
0-1 on one out. Another pick attempt over at first.
That's my favorite thing of this. Been saying that this week. People are like, what are you talking about? Said Rob Hipp. Oh, okay, I get it.
It was an old revival. Joshua Harris and I were talking about, and the man down there said, get on down here and get the rest of it.
It's so fun.
Pitch to the inside for a ball, one strike on one out. We know this area here in Georgetown, we are so blessed. Oh, there's a bird flying by. We don't want to see a Randy Johnson pitch out there. Is that who that was back in the day in the MLB?
Yep, I mean, just flattened it.
We can't put that one on replay. 1-1 on one out. Grounder on a wild pitch, and that will advance the runner over to second as Bellows will head over to second on the wild pitch. And it's a 2-1 count for Jack Brinley. He's starting to lose a little bit of rhythm here.
Settle down here. Just need to settle down.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. The right-handed pitch, the fastball, and this is a base hit over to the right field as it rolled from the end to the out, and that is a base hit, and now runners on the hot corners for College Station. As Bellows will advance over to third, and Colley with the single over to first. Runners at 1 and 3, and your potential tying run at home plate right now. This game far from over, friends.
And we're going to have a pitching change here.
Yeah, I think he's had it. They've had enough. They've seen him throw enough little meatballs there that they're going, no, we're not going to get it. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, he's taking the ball.
Nice grounding the ball for Brent. Brinley as he leaves him out to the 5 and a third. Outstanding.
So that'll do it for.
Now coming to the mound for your Eagles, number 18, Ryan Courtney.
That'll do it for Georgetown's Jack Brindley, I believe. And who do we have out there? Ryan Courtney?
Yeah.
Awesome. Good to see Ryan Courtney out there. And Galen, you're going to have to help me with Brindley's numbers because I didn't catch that second inning at all. I'm trying to catch up with your score sheet here. Let me see that real quick, Galen, if you don't mind, partner. Brindley, well, we can just look at the board up there. Brindley finishes through 4 1/3 innings, allowing no runs and 4 hits, 1 error. Maybe you can give me more information, Galen, if you don't mind. That's all I've got.
2 walks, 1 hit batsman, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts.
Wow, okay. So 4 1/3 innings pitched, allowing 4 hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts, and 2 walks by Georgetown's Jack Brindley. Ryan Courtney on the mound now for the Eagles, getting those warm-up pitches. Ryan has worked tremendously in this offseason to earn his spot on the mound throughout the season and throughout this postseason. Ryan Courtney doing a great job for Georgetown. Good to see that young man out here. And as we look at his stats here into the postseason, Galen, Ryan Courtney has only pitched 1 inning, 1 game played, and he'll try to do some work here. So Ryan Courtney again on the mound for the Georgetown Eagles. We did not see him in game number 1 back on Thursday night. Getting those right-handed delivery pitches in now. Joshua excited about this one, but boy, Georgetown, they got to watch out now because there's an opportunity. Your potential tying runs at home plate.
This is interesting because this is a team that we've watched all year put 8, 10, 12, 15, 18 runs on the board consistently, and here we are in the playoffs now. So we're in the 5th inning and it's only 3-0, and that's just not enough room. So we definitely don't need any errors here right now, Rob.
There's a basketball player in San Antonio years ago, Steven Jackson, who also wrote music, and he had a song that said, "While you're on your days off, I'm in the playoffs."
Come on now, Jackson.
Runners on the corners. Again, that potential game-tying run at home plate right now. First pitch on the way. And it is to the outside 1-0 early count here for College Station. See what he's got here, Joshua?
Yep. This is going to be this is what they use this guy for. Come on in and let's get out of this inning.
First delivery or second delivery, too close to the inside, 2-0 early count. Courtney.
Velocity is there. It's just not the kind of control that he'd like to have right now. He needs to get that dialed in. But the speed on that ball is there.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 away. Runners on the corners. Pitch on the way from Georgetown's Courtney. The curve too far to the outside, 3-0.
Yeah, not what he wanted to come in and do here.
3 pitches, 3 quick balls thrown.
We do not want to fill these bases up.
Courtney, left leg up, right-handed 3-0 pitch, too high upstairs, and that's a leadoff walk. And for the first time today, bases are loaded. And I said leadoff, that's not correct. It's a first walk for Ryan Courtney, and for the first time today, bases are loaded. Cauley over at second now, Williams over at first, and Bellows still waiting over at third. So now your tying run at first base and an opportunity to break the tie at home plate. Coach Adam Foster will talk things over quickly with Ryan Courtney.
We're having another pitching change.
Yeah, I think he wanted to try to bring this guy in and get him and hit into a double play or whatever. But now you're going, well, he's not dialed in. So we are going to change him up again, Rob.
So Courtney will just go through one batter here as he will head back. And we'll see Braxton Pearson on the mound now for Georgetown. We saw Pearson in that game Thursday as he came in. We interviewed him as he came in and did a good job for Georgetown at a critical moment. Braxton Pearson, the junior, in there now for the Georgetown Eagles. We'll step aside and take a quick break as Pearson gets those warm-up pitches. Stay with us, friends. Eagle Baseball Area Round continues in a few moments. Back in action here from Georgetown High School. Rob Hipp alongside Joshua Harris with Galen Welnicki, Nathan Height operating camera for us, and Zoe Schaefer doing the mixer, man. We are in a tough situation if you're a Georgetown fan. If you're a College Station fan, you are ecstatic where you're at right now. An opportunity, one out, bases loaded. This is an opportunity for College Station to do some work here, Joshua.
Yes, sure is. I mean, doesn't the pressure in a playoff game doesn't get any better than this to come in and go, okay, I'm going to hand you the ball. The bases are loaded, and you got a big number 12 coming up that can literally do some damage. What are you going to do with it? But this is a Georgetown team. They've had a lot of victories and a lot of success this year, and this is where they show why they're number one in the state. So let's do it.
Well, here's the opportunity. Braxton Pearson, coach, putting the confidence in him. He knew on Thursday that he would get to play. Did he know today? I'm not so sure. Pearson's first right-handed pitch. Oh, baby, that was a close one, but called a ball, and that's 4 balls in a row now for Georgetown pitchers going back to Ryan Courtney. In the early count here on Brandon Williams is a ball, 1-0 early count. Next delivery. Another low one. And it's a 2-0 count, Joshua. A walk here would force a run.
Yeah, no, we don't want that, Rob. We brag all the time about these Georgetown pitchers, and this is where they need to show out. They need to come out and tell him, listen, calm down. Just play. Catcher needs to just say, just play catch with me. I mean, put the speed on it, but play catch. Let's get this guy and let our fielders take care of business. You do not want to walk a run in here.
Early discussion on the mound as David will head over and talk to Pearson alongside A.J. Vasquez, the catcher. Vasquez heads back behind home plate in his catcher's box. Getting back in there, and Pearson will try to settle down. 2-0, 1 away. College Station, bases loaded. Right-handed pitch on the way. This time he got him for a strike in the zone, 2-1.
That's the key right there, Rob. Play catch with me. Don't do anything fancy. Don't walk this run in. Just play catch with me, and let the team help us.
2-1 pitch. That one too far to the outside. 3-1. Pearson wanted that one back big time. He knew as soon as he let that go that it was too far outside.
Yep. You just even seen the rotation of his arm. It was just let it go way late.
3-1, bases loaded. Chopped up. Pearson trying to grab it. He'll throw to home plate. Heads up play. Double play. No, they can't get it. Oh, did they get it? Oh, it was close. They didn't get the double play, Joshua, but they got the one out. I want to see that
one again, Rob. I think that's really close.
Pearson, a heads-up play by the junior, though, throwing to home plate.
Great play by Pearson, though, I tell you what.
It was very close. Now the runner beat it out just in the nick of time.
Well, I tell you what, great effort there by your pitcher. Knock that down, get it to home, force that out. Now we're 2 outs.
So the pitcher force over to the catcher at home plate for the first out. Bases remain loaded. That was who's up now? Castillo. That's up the middle. Georgetown makes the tag, protects it. That's it, baby. 3 away. That is it, baby. Braxton Pearson, wow, with bases loaded, saying, no, you don't. It ain't going to happen, baby. No runs after bases loaded, 2 hits, no errors. And, Galen, how many left on? 2 left on? Or it's all 3? 2 after the 1 was out. You're right.
Okay. Oh, left meaning, okay, yes, sir.
Through 4.5, bottom of the 5th coming up. Georgetown working out of a doozy. Holding the lead 3-0, trying to get your insurance papers ready, baby. That's coming up, bottom of the 5th. Stay with us, friends. Eagle Baseball continues.
Does not get any better than that.
Well, the rally going on right now by Georgetown. Nathan's got it over there, and the Eagles, Joshua, trying to keep it rolling here.
They are up and ready for this 5th inning to bring us in some more runs, get that, like you said, insurance policy all signed, sealed, and delivered.
Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Come on, Josh, it's time to start singing, brother.
That is a ball first pitch.
And I am just so messed up on that score sheet here that I'll get it started here for Georgetown. Leading things off in the bottom of the 5th, the first 2 pitches, a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike to number 9, Grant Wood. Grant this afternoon, 0 for 1 as he reached on a fielder's choice, then an error by the catcher, left stranded over at second. 1 ball, 1 strike on no outs for the Eagles. Next delivery, foul tip into the back of the net, and the count at 1-2. As Jeffrey David, who's on deck, will run over and pick up the ball. One, 2. Too close to the inside. Evens the count now at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Pitch on the way. Oh, that was a close one, but too close to the inside. 3-2, payoff pitch coming up here to lead off Grant Wood. See what's cooking here, Joshua.
Yeah, Grant needs to be smart here, but anything close, he's going to get the call, so he needs to make sure he gets contact on it.
The payoff pitch on the way, and it's a ball. Good eye by Wood. Take a look at it on the replay. Good eye there by Grant Wood on a payoff 3-2.
Good eye.
And Wood will have a pinch runner come in for him. I'm not sure who that is. Those jerseys are hard to see. Nathan's got it there. It's number 1, actually, for Georgetown Eagles, and I believe that is Landon Broad, and it is. So Landon Broad, the pinch runner, over at first. Brings up bottom of the order last, but certainly not least, number 24, the catcher, A.J. Vasquez for Georgetown. He's 0 for 1, struck out looking for the 3rd out back in the 2nd. Left-handed teal delivery, places the bunt. Beautiful place as Vasquez will try to beat it out. He can't, but the sacrifice will advance the base runner, Broad, the pinch runner Broad, over to second. So Vasquez out on the sacrifice bunt.
Rob, that was a great placed bunt there. This is a good Georgetown Eagle bunting team. I tell you, he almost had that as well, but they placed it right where they needed to get that runner advanced around.
Top of the order, third baseman number 7, Jeffrey David. See the leadoff there by runner for Georgetown. So we'll switch back to that angle, Zoe. There at camera 2. That's a pretty big leadoff. Nathan's got a good shot of it. Watch this. We'll see if he starts to do it again. He may be a little broad, may say, wait a minute, I know they may come throwing at me over there.
He really does take a good lead there, and you always hear those footsteps, so that, yeah.
Yeah, he quickly runs back over to it. Count 1-0 on Jeffrey David. Jeffrey David this afternoon.
Well, we've watched them, Rob, through the last couple of years, and we've been able to do this steal second or steal third many times, and so they're not afraid to steal any of these bases, even coming home at times. So, and he's going, Rob.
He'll take off over to third and will advance to third base. He was already on his way. We'll give him the stolen base, Joshua.
Yeah. He had a good lead and then took a jump.
Good switch there by Zoe. You can see him sliding right in, and he's safe and plenty of time. No one out there to try to do anything to him. 1-1 count on 1 out. Too close to the inside. And Jeffrey David, a 2-1 count now on David. Again, we want to welcome in not only the Georgetown fans joining us here on YouTube, but those fans from College Station. We appreciate you. Congratulations on a terrific football season and a good baseball season here as well. Of course, the Cougars knocked out our Eagles back in the football days and last year. Count actually 3-0, beg your pardon.
We talked about that last week, how this is going to be a fun rivalry, kind of starting in playoff different situations.
3-0 this time in the zone for a strike, 3-1 the count.
Rob, I had an opportunity as I've gone down a couple of times when we were getting things set up, say hello and to some of the College Station fans. They're so nice. They say hello to you. They don't look down, and so it's been a good experience here today.
3 balls, 1 strike. Foul tip, 3-2.
Just like that, the bases are the count is full, Rob. Anything close, it's going to have to make contact on it.
3-2. Payoff pitch coming up. A lot of time here by Till. Now the pitch. The delivery, this one trying to make the play and not able to get there, and that's an error and a run scored by the Eagles. Jeffrey David.
Great hard hit, line drive there to the second baseman, and he made a great play. It was just a good hit and got away from him.
I'll actually give him the single on the play. That would have been a hard one,
yes,
as the Cauley over at short was trying to make that grab. Not an error. Cauley making the dive. He just couldn't get to it. That was a beautiful hit by David. I don't want to take that away from him.
Yeah, I can't see you calling that an error. It was just a well-hit baseball.
More importantly, the stakes cooked, and Georgetown brings in the 4th run.
We need that. We need a couple of more just to get comfortable here.
Next delivery on the way. Beautiful pitch, swing and a miss. Wyatt Childress. Wyatt's been great this afternoon. 0-1 count.
Opportunity to bring more runs around with only 1 out still as well.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Georgetown leads 4-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Man, I'm all goofed up here, Joshua.
Okay, you did a lot of Stairmaster earlier running up and down the stadium stairs there.
It's because Galen just came back in. You know, you just got to watch out. When the legend comes in, you know he's in the room.
Yep.
The legend, Galen Welnicki. There's 2 legends up here, Welnicki and Allman. 0-1. I told Galen how his last name came about, Joshua, the Welnicki name. Do you remember that, Galen, last year? We were discussing it. And the Welnicki last name came because somewhere along the lines, the woman who had a baby in the Welnicki family, her name was Nikki, and the husband, they couldn't figure out what to name the baby, and they looked at the baby and said, "Well, Nikki," and that's where Welnicki came from.
Oh,
True story.
Okay.
True story, right, Galen? I think I was looking through the history books on Ancestry.com. Is that correct, Galen?
I think so.
A little bit of discussion here on the mound as things will be talked over And we will see if Teal will stay in. And he will not. Teal, is he getting? Yeah, he is. I beg your pardon. Teal will remain on the mound. Just getting a little bit of a pep talk as all the infield will come in and talk things over with him. And I want to make sure that I've got the right players out there over at first. It is not Alexander anymore. That got changed a long time ago. It is Johnny Castillo. So Johnny Castillo for College Station actually over at first. If I've called that wrong, friends, I apologize. 0-1 count here to Wyatt Childress. Seems like forever before the second pitch is going to get to him. And now another payoff, or beg your pardon, another pick attempt over at first. Runner safe. 0-1. This game got started. Originally scheduled first pitch at 2 o'clock because of the rain and that it really came through about an hour and a half before. They were letting the field dry a little bit more. It is drained beautifully here at Georgetown High School. 0-1 pitch, showing the bump, pulls back on it, and it is a ball. 1-1 on 1 out. I don't know if you can read my chicken scratch there, Galen.
Wow.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Teal again. Pick attempt over at first, and again the runner plenty of time, and he's safe. One. Teal with that left foot on his right of the pitcher's bag. Will step off is Georgetown's Childress. We'll take a quick break. Childress back in there. Friends, you may be wondering, I've got some text messages. We do have video rights for this series. So just to clear that up, we did get the rights for this series. We may not have it for every series.
Right.
1-1 pitch on the way. 2 high upstairs. 2-1 the count.
All will depend on the support, and we're going to continue to support you with Oak Ridge Ministries, Rob. We love all of this. Please come and help us if you have the opportunity to.
David England watching from the station. Appreciate you, David. My beautiful fiance, Bridget Brennan. She even threw in the Eagle emoticon. 2-1. Another one high upstairs brings it to a 3-ball, 1 strike, 1 out count. I bet you my future father-in-law, Mr. Jeff Brennan, is watching also down in South Austin. So if you're watching, Mr. Brennan, feel free to send a text. Tell me hello, but good to hear from you. Good to hear from you. And he texted me earlier and said, hey, what's the video for today? 3-1. 2 far away, and that's another walk.
Hello to the Brennan family, wonderful family.
Walk with runners at first and second. That brings up shortstop Cole Posey.
Cole Posey stepping up to bat now for the Georgetown Eagles. Copo.
And I think this time we'll have a pitching change.
And Galen, where was Cole at in that first inning? How was he out?
He was still 2-3, I believe. 2-3. He struck out and got thrown out.
Struck out swinging?
Yes.
Okay, but he was out on the 2-3, put out on the strike.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So that would make Cole 0 for 2 today. And when we say 0 for 2, baby. 0 for 2, baby.
You are due.
There you go.
You better believe it.
And that will do it for Mr. Teal. So Austin Teal will go 5 1/3 innings here in this contest, allowing 4 runs on 4 hits. How many did he strike out, Galen? I didn't have that on my list here. How many strikeouts and how many walks, if you don't mind those numbers, Galen? Thank you. And again, I'm reaching out to Galen. I didn't have those original numbers. I was doing a little camera duty, technical duty to get things started early in this game. And Joshua, you and Galen did a phenomenal job keeping it rolling here.
4 Ks.
Hey, we're just trying to just kind of do what you've shown us, but there's nobody. I mean, as soon as you jump back on, this broadcast came alive. We were just keeping the information going. You came on and brought this broadcast to a playoff level. We appreciate that.
4 and 4.
4 and 4. Appreciate you, Josh. So Austin Teal will go 5 1/3 innings pitched. He'll allow 4 runs on 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. He is also responsible for the 2 runners that remain on the mound for Georgetown, or on the mound on the base paths. The new pitcher in there now getting those warm-up pitches for College Station is number 10, Zach Childers. And now we will see Childers, who we believe to be their ace, Galen, and correct me if I'm wrong. We don't want to take any credit away from any of these kids, but we were discussing that. Looking at his stats, Childers is one of the top aces on this team. And we talked about that, Galen, on Thursday as we came in here.
Yeah, we did, and their number 2 guy they had out there today did a good job. It's just that we did a better job so far.
Getting a little chilly up here, Josh. I'm going to turn this AC up. I'm standing in front of Zoe trying to block the cold air on her. It is number 10, Zach Childers, on the mound now for the Cougars of College Station, Texas, getting his warm-up pitches. We're about to get things started here and resume play as we are currently in the bottom of this 5th inning. Georgetown leading 4-0. 2 runners on. It brings up Cole Posey, 0-2.
0-2, and he is due. And we need him to be with 1 out. He can drive this guy around here and make it 5-run ball game.
Cole Posey able to cook a lot of steaks this season. He'd love to put some more on the grill here. 1 away, runners on 1 and 2 for Georgetown, leading 4-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. As Childers will glance over to that second base. Steps off the mound, letting that base runner know out there for Georgetown, who is Jeffrey David, who had the RBI single moments ago, know that he's got my attention. Again, runners on 1 and 2. It's David at second, Childress over at first, Cole Posey. And a quick discussion here as Marla will talk things over briefly. I mean, my goodness, for about a second and a half, it wasn't much longer than that, to his pitcher on the mound, and he'll get set back into that catcher's position. 1 away. Childers on the mound for College Station. And their black jerseys, white pants with black pinstripe. Childers looks over to the second base. The right-handed delivery, swing, and chop foul. Runners will have to go back to 1 and 2. 0-1 early count here on Cole Posey. Still opportunity here for Georgetown to put some more insurance papers in the bag, but College Station don't count them out by a long shot. We still got a little bit of baseball left here this afternoon. And Childers, every bit as patient as he goes here in this game. Oh, 1 away. Again, runners at 1 and 2 for the Eagles. Childers taking a lot of time here. Left leg up and again. And again, he decides not to make the pitch.
Yeah, he's really, I think, trying to be psychological here and get in people's heads, but we need to pitch this baseball.
Yeah, it's like you got to throw it. 0-1 on the way, the fastball low. Brings it to an even count at 1 ball and 1 strike on 1 out. And our prayers are with all those throughout Central Texas, and not only Central Texas, but all over the state who have suffered from recent weather events, from flooding, Dripping Springs getting a lot of flood waters. There's been some lives that have been lost as well during this weather event, also several tornadoes. Several of those to our southeast. We just want to continue to pray for those folks that have been affected. 1-1 on 1 out. Got him on the corner for the strike. Cole Posey doesn't like it. He just kind of shakes his head, and 1 and 2. He's due, Joshua. 1 and 2, you're due.
He's due. Come on. We got to make this happen. This is, it's playoff baseball, so we understand it's not going to be, they're pounding a lot of the pitchers during the regular season and just running the score up. And so this is good, but he is due right now.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Childers still taking time here. We may have an hour-long at-bat here before we're done, Joshua.
You know, the UIL time limit's 11:59 tonight. You can't start an inning after 11:59. So, you know, you can't start a game.
So what would happen in that case? You know, do you coin flip the winner?
No, you would revert back to the first completed game.
1-2. No, but I mean, if I know it's not going to happen. 2-2, the next one a ball. But Galen, let's just assume that, let's say something weird happened and a game got started, the second game of a series, and it did end after midnight. Now you're tied 1-1. What happens?
That's an interesting question. You'd probably have to flip a coin once the game got started because you'd have two official.
I bet in that case the UIL may make an exception like they did with Rouse and Porter.
Well, Rouse, you know, the Rouse and Porter thing was Rouse and Porter could not find a field to play on before midnight tonight.
Well, the good news is our wireless transmitter kind of fell to the side over there, but I think it may be picking up even better now, so we'll just leave it where it is, Joshua.
Oh, yeah.
2-2 the count here. Yeah, I think there would be a special type situation in that. There has to be. I mean, you couldn't. Oh, that'd be so heartbreaking to get down and then your whole season depended on luck of a coin flip.
Under the old tie-breaking rules for overtimes, you used to be able to get down to penalty yardage to break a tie.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever seen this long of an at-bat, at least definitely in high school.
I was joking. Now I may be serious. 2-2, one away. Runners on 1 and 2. Childers will let this one go. Too far to the outside, brings it to a full count at 3-2. Cole Posey's kind of he's saying, come on, man.
I think he's getting a little frustrated, and so he stepped out of the box even a couple of times to go, hey, I mean, I'll play with you, I guess, if you want to, but just trying to get his bearings right. Yeah, it's crazy.
3-2 the count. Payoff pitch by Childers. As he'll take a look, now the delivery. Low to the outside, Posey, good eye, and for the first time this afternoon, the Eagles will load all of the bases.
Yeah, load all the bases with one out, and that's what you want. Now, what we don't want to happen here is we don't want to put ourselves in a situation where we get into a double play. So we've got to drive this ball out of the infield and in play.
Well, the good news is I guess fans are dancing around down there, and they've moved our camera way over. My goodness.
Yeah, I can't really help that with a playoff atmosphere like this.
Look at a little bit of weather back there.
Yeah, we got a little weather coming back in. It's supposed to rain again tonight. So I'm hoping we don't get into a Game 2 situation because it might drag on once this sun goes down.
Bases loaded for the Eagles. And it'll bring up fourth in the order, left fielder, number 10, Ty Tilson. I'll try to go out there and fix that camera in between innings, Joshua.
Well, you need it just leveled up again?
I just need to turn it to the left.
You're talking about this one right here in the stands?
Bill Pinnell may go. Georgetown Home Medical back in the day, baby, over here helping out. There's a camera there, Bill, that one right there. If you can turn it to the left just a little bit, man. Appreciate you, brother. Just to the left.
Let's walk in.
A little bit more. Thank you, Bill.
Let's walk in around.
And now tilt it down a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Bill.
Good job, Bill.
Appreciate it.
All the Eagles getting in on the act today. We appreciate them.
Appreciate Bill doing that just in front of us outside. 2-0 count. And one out of the way here. Another ball, 3-0. And, man, another ball here will force a run in.
Okay, Zoe's main job now is if she sees a funnel cloud coming behind the stadium to let us know.
Well, this is exactly the scenario that we found ourselves in with College Station, and now we're in, and we like this scenario here.
Bases loaded for the Eagles. The pitch on the way. Got him on the corner for a strike. 3-1 on one out.
You realize if this game is never completed, we win the series.
3-1. The count here to Ty Tilson. Childers on the mound. Right-handed fastball. Low, but in the zone for a strike. Good pitch. 3-2 payoff coming up. The last batter Cole Posey paced a payoff at 3-2, and he was able to reach on a walk.
Tell you why I like this scenario, because these are the scenarios where you know anything close, you're going to have to swing and you're going to have to make contact because he's going to call it a strike. This is where great things happen if he can get contact on the ball.
3-2, payoff on the way. Hard hit foul off the first base line and well behind the College Station Cougar dugout. The count remains. The battle begins for Georgetown's Ty Tilson.
I think that was totally meant to wake up Nathan over there on the camera, though.
Nathan, that may have been the first one over your way, Nathan, tonight. Maybe a couple. He said maybe 5. He threw a 5. Nathan's paying attention. Countdown remains on the board. A little 3-2-1. And trying to make contact is Ty Tilson. The 3-2-1 contact will fly up into the air. Foul territory, chasing it down, has an opportunity just in front of Nathan, and the grab is made in foul territory for the second out. I didn't see who ran and grabbed that one. Was it the second baseman?
Second baseman, yes, sir.
It was Williams for the second out.
He's been all over the field today, doing a great job for College Station at second base.
Their infield is well coached. They know what they're doing in all situations.
Yeah, I agree with you, Galen.
Bring up fifth in the order, the first baseman, number 12, Action Jackson Sheoshin. He's never the last one. I like doing that to Joshua. He just shakes his head.
Because you have ruined, absolutely, I say this every week now, you've ruined the last name Jackson for me. I can't hear it. I can't say it without hearing that. What way in my head?
Breaking ball in for a strike. Beautiful pitch by Childers, 0-1 on Action Jackson.
Saying it the other day to a friend, he's like, what did you just
So now we've got you saying, come on down and get the rest of it.
Come on down and get the rest of it.
And Jackson.
Jackson, Action Jackson.
0-1, 2 outs. Bases remain loaded for the Eagles. Seosin trying to bring some more insurance papers in. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Too far to the outside. 1-1. Good eye by Action Jackson.
But in that case, you're giving somebody something extra, by.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, just make contact, Jackson. Make contact on this ball, and let's get a couple more runs in. Do not want to leave these bases loaded here for sure.
I know I said earlier, Joshua, that we've kind of pieced things together, as far as equipment goes. Now, I did want to say, because the Posey family generously last year helping us, we got some really good.
Goodness.
The cameras are bar none.
The
cameras are bar none. What we're working on now is new wireless equipment, because we brought in so many new things this year. That next pitch to the outside to bring it to a 2-1 count. So I definitely don't want to take anything away from that.
No.
Because those resources helped us to purchase some new camera equipment that we desperately needed, including our mixing system.
And the replay stuff and so forth. Now it's just the signal stuff.
Now it's the signal, and that was a fundraiser that we had just recently raised a little bit of capital for that, and we've now purchased that equipment, which will be in on Tuesday. That one across for a strike, 2-2 to even the count. Georgetown fans not happy.
They're not happy, but I'm going to tell you that was a good pitch. That was a good pitch, and he didn't argue much. He looked, I should have done something with that one. If he gets another opportunity to pitch like that, I don't think anybody's going to complain.
2-2. See Coach Brindley right there on the batter's camera, right in front of the batter. And that pitcher's camera over there just outside of 385 at left center. Pitch on the way. Low into the outside, bounces off the turf in the catcher's box. 3-2, payoff pitch coming up. Galen, third batter in a row now that has faced a payoff pitch.
I'll tell you what, they're getting good calls then on the. They're getting calls they want on the 3-2 because.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away.
Let's protect the plate on this one.
Childers patiently taking his time. And patiently taking his time. 3-2. He's took a page out of the Galen Welnicki Book of Life. Galen, we love you, brother.
God, we love you, man.
Did y'all say something? You just woke me up.
That's why we brought Josh up here, too, keep everybody awake. 3-2 on the way. Low to the outside, and that's a forced walk and a forced run.
Yay!
We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it, gentlemen.
That will bring in Jeffrey David. Childress will advance over to third. Posey to second. Jackson Seosin over at first on the walk.
And Jackson will definitely take the RBI on that one.
So Seosin will cook a steak.
Bases are still loaded, and I told you this team doesn't mind playing with 2 outs and scoring runs. I love it.
Opportunity here for Noah Thompson. And the Eagles have a 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Noah Thompson.
No.
Left-handed batter. The pitch on the way to Thompson. To the outside for a ball, 1-0.
Tell you what, this umpire has really done a great job. He's had a couple of calls that you go, but he's really done a great job really sticking to his guns on what's a strike and what's not. I like it.
Well, he's pretty. The main thing you want from an umpire is you want him to be consistent.
Yeah, and he has been. I mean, he wants them. He wants them where he wants them, but he hasn't been all over the place with it.
Because you can adjust. If an umpire is consistent, you can adjust to him within a couple innings. But if he's not, if he's one of those guys that's all over the plate, you don't know what you're doing when you go up there.
Yeah, he's done a really good job tonight. They have a hard job. They really do.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Bases loaded for the Eagles. The next pitch to Thompson. Hit foul to the back of the net just in front of us. And the count at 1-2 on 2 outs.
You know, he's not sitting down there with one of those gadgets like they have on cable TV, on the baseball games on TV, that have the strike zone outline.
I love that. I love it now. It's amazing to watch all the different things. You can see exactly where that ball is now. Crazy. Yeah, he didn't have any of that. He just has to do the best he can, and he's doing a good job tonight.
1-2, 2 outs, swing and a miss, and that'll do it with bases loaded. Georgetown, Thompson not able to bring him in anymore.
Well, that's all right, though, because we got another run in.
Well, they pick up 2 more runs, and out of all of that, those 2 runs only on 1 hit. Georgetown leaves 3 on base. We are through 5. Top of the 6th, moments away here on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Galen Welnicki, Joshua Harris, Zoe Schaefer helping us with video mixing, Nathan Height on camera this afternoon. You can take a look at the scoreboard there as Nathan's got a good shot of it showing where we have fared so far here in this game. Appreciate Papa Brennan messaging me. He is watching. Said we're doing a bang-up job. Helps us folks that can't be there, but definitely support our Eagles. Thank you, Mr. B. Appreciate you, man. Kelly Duvall also chiming in. Great job, fellas.
Kelly.
Appreciate you, Kelly. Hey, if you've got a text message, we'd love to hear from you. The SHN fan text line is open. That number 512-522-9105. Again, if you've got a shout-out, something you'd like to say, feel free to text it to us at 512-522-9105. Michael Francis, part of the SHN family with Rouse. They've got their game in the area round on Monday. That game versus Porter, they'll play that game in Mumford, Texas. Michael Francis will be on that call. I'll actually probably head down and operate camera for him. He's joining us. Thank you, Michael, for all you do. Appreciate.
Are you done with St. Edwards?
Yeah, we're done. Appreciate the Grimes family saying love watching SHN Network, watching from Dumas and Crosby, Texas. Grandparents and great-grandparents supporting Reese Grimes and the Eagles. Thank you. Cade Sill's grandparents in Spring, Texas joining us. Thank you to the Sill family.
Here we go, first pitch, Rob.
As we are underway here in the top of the 6th, and a swing and a miss. The Heat brought behind. And the swing and a miss by Scarmato, the early count 0-1. One last time, if you've got those text message shout-outs, you can text them to us. Also, if you're with College Station, we'd love to hear from you. 512-522-9105.
Oh!
Was that called a strike? It was, as the home plate umpire looked down to the first base umpire, called a strike, 0-2.
I think that's the first time in the series that the first base umpire has actually ruled it a strike.
Yeah, it is. You're exactly right, Galen.
The 0-2 got him looking for the first out. Braxton Pearson. As we interviewed him on Thursday, and he's making a case for another interview here. As he just came in and took care of business. Second batter now, catcher number 7, Cole Marler. First pitch, another strike, 0-1.
He's dialed in so far now here this sixth inning, starting this sixth inning. What you want to see in your closers.
No balls, 1 strike. This pitch got him on the corner again, and Braxton bringing the pitches, baby, 0-2.
Braxton had some nice movement on that curveball right there. I mean, it slided right in, coming in on his numbers and slided right in for the strike.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Braxton's next right-handed delivery. This one hit up. Wow, what a grab by Cole Posey out at short. Unbelievable line drive to short.
Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what this is. One of those plays you see, how did he reach up and snag that on the opposite side of his body, turning and twisting. Great play there by Posey.
We got it on the replay as he jumped up and made that grab. Whoa, baby.
Great play.
2 away. Foul tip, Bryson Lucas for College Station. On deck, Holbert, if Lucas can get on base. 0-1 the early count, Bryson Lucas. Bryson, both at bats in the second and fourth struck out swinging.
Good shot down.
This one over to right. That is fair. Just fair at that right corner on the outside. And he may go for a triple. Nope, he'll stand up tall at 2. So the double by Bryson Lucas. And just as I said, a hit or an on base would get Ben Holbert in there, and Holbert is at bat now for College Station. The right fielder, number 9, Ben Holbert. Holbert this afternoon is 0 for 2 as he also struck out swinging in the second, and then actually he's 1 for 2. He singled and then was out caught stealing back in the 5th.
He pretty much had to hold up there unless it was a certain thing at second base. Because when you're down by 5 runs, you can't take a lot of chances. You've got to play it fairly conservative and keep the runs available for your potential runs available for your team.
You can see on your screen there Bryson Lucas moments ago there at second. The pitch on the way here. This one chopped and foul. Ben Holbert, the first strike. 0-1, 2 out. Again, these games made possible by our generous sponsors, Courtney Home Inspections. For all of your home inspection needs, CourtneyHomeInspection.com. 0-1, 2 outs. Base runner in scoring position at second for College Station. Chopped over. Seosin makes the grab, flip and dip over to Braxton, and that's the third and final out of the inning. Great field work, as we'll look at that one on the replay, as Seosin tossed it back over to his pitcher, Pearson, for the third and final out.
Here's the reality. We're just 3 outs away, Rob, from going into round 3 of these playoffs. We're up, put on a couple more runs if we want to, but we're 3 outs away from taking this thing to the third round. Proud of these Georgetown Eagles and the way they're playing baseball.
Well, in Georgetown, if they can keep things together, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. There's still an opportunity here for College Station. They trail 5-0. You never know. And there's still an opportunity as Georgetown will go back to bat one more time for now. And then they'll have to get through those 3 outs in the top of the 7th. We're in the bottom of the 6th. We're about to get started. But again, if Georgetown can hold on and secure the victory, we'll play the winner. Georgetown will play the winner of the Porter versus Rouse. I broadcast for Georgetown. I love this area. We love all of our visiting teams, but I would love to see a Georgetown-Rouse matchup in postseason play.
Be a good one. It'd be a good one, and a little closer to home as well, and it'd be fun to watch. So,
some of our friends in College Station saying everything sounding great. We appreciate you guys telling us who is at bat for our team too. I think we have been saying who's at bat for y'all's team. If y'all haven't caught that, I apologize. We have been. Maybe missed a couple of them, but we appreciate you guys. Sincerely thank you for joining us this afternoon. Again, to all of our friends in College Station. I love that area. Leading off here for Georgetown in the bottom of the 6th is number 6, Wesley Dixon. He'll hit the first one foul, 0-1. Yeah, I just love going to that area. I love the people, the community. Always so hospitable whenever we've went over there. 0-1. Next one swung around and missed, 0-2. And I don't think Dixon wanted to chop at that one, but he did.
Yeah, quick 0-2 now.
Hey, and I got to tell you something cool here. The Sauce himself is watching.
Hey, he's on.
He's on.
What'd he say?
The Sauce is watching. Good luck, Eagles. EFND, Paul Salcedo.
Oh, Salcedo.
Appreciate
man.
you, Sauce. I hope you're doing all right, brother. We miss you.
Great memories.
1-2 count here. The next one. With a third pitch on a 1-2 no-out count. Paul, are you still bringing the Sauce? 1-2.
You know he is.
Next one a ball as it was too low. Brings it to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Can't just stop bringing the sauce, Rob, yet.
Childers on the mound trying to keep things alive here for College Station. He's got to do it first on the defensive end and then rely on the offense the other way. The next delivery, again too low. Brings it to another payoff pitch. Childers has faced so many payoff pitches since he came in back in that 5th inning. This is his 5th payoff pitch, Galen. And only in about 7 or 8 batters. And now the tattoo shop is open as Wesley Dixon gets hit there on his arm. And he will reach over to first. Second time the shop's opened up tonight. Georgetown opened it once, and now the hit by pitch will advance Dixon over to first.
Yeah, took a good little shut off the chest area. Took it like a champ. And on first.
That'll bring up 8th in the order, number 9, Grant Wood for Georgetown. Grant Wood 0 for 1, but he is on base and does have a run this afternoon. That first pitch too far to the outside on Wood, 1-0 count. One ball, no strikes, no outs, runner on 1 for Georgetown. Childers' next delivery, too high upstairs, the shaving pitch as I call it, 2-0 count. That was more of a shaving pitch if you had whiskers that were about 5 inches long.
Yeah, he's really bringing in on him here. I don't want to see anybody else get hit.
There is a fan down here for Georgetown wearing a watermelon helmet. That's pretty cool. Down there. And that is a hit for Georgetown at 1-2. And a lot of good folks out there. That is a great young man down there wearing the helmet. We know him, and he's a great young kid.
Well, we got a little something going here, man, on first and second with no outs, Rob. We're good shape.
I forget that young man down there, but he is a great young man and a good kid here in the community. "1-0 pitch on the way to A.J. Vasquez. I wanted to speak to just with that design, these helmets that a lot of kids wear for knees. I didn't say it, out of anything bad. It's just nose and
yeah, absolutely.
And great young man.
We've been watching him in the stands here, just love on everybody.
What I wanted to say and why I brought that up is my buddy down in San Antonio, he got so tired of just seeing, kids that have to wear helmets and things like that, especially young toddlers, that as they develop, sometimes they have to wear them. He got tired of just seeing these regular white helmets. He says, why don't we spice these up a little bit? And he actually designs graphics now that goes on those helmets, and he does it free of charge.
Oh, such awesome.
Because he has such a thriving
business. That's a true
business.
servant's heart right there.
Okay, we got the manager coming out to the coach coming out to the mound.
Yeah, 2-0, and a coach will come out to the mound and talk things over with Childers
they're
here.
a little nervous. They know this is it. This is the season on the line for them.
It's a 2-0 count here for
If you get a couple
Vasquez.
more runs here, it's pretty much, anything can happen. But if Georgetown goes up 6 or 7 runs on you, with the way they've got their pitching, they can bring in a pitcher for every batter. With this being the final game of this series, looks like, and not even have to worry about it. So,
and I will give that guy a shout out. It's Mr. Cameron Davies with Cruisin' Kitchens down in San Antonio. He is a Georgetown graduate. He has taken that business by storm. And with the success that they've had, he's been able to give back so much. I'm curious, and the reason I noticed that and said about that is I'm wondering if he maybe designed that one.
That's something that he absolutely sounds like he specializes in. So thank you, Cameron, for all you do for the community.
We live up against the city park in Temple, and we see kids all the time. There's a track, a running track, and a riding track in the park. And we see all the kids all the time with different designs on their helmets.
That's awesome.
It's not just, it's not just like a reconverted football helmet anymore. It's kind of a little piece of art and something the kids can be proud of.
So this is a new pitcher on the mound now for College Station. That new pitcher on the mound, number 2, Zach Williams, and so that should move the second baseman, Galen, and we'll see who's over at second base now.
Number 14 came in at second base.
So 14 at second base, that will, I don't have a number for, are you sure it's 14?
I saw him come out of the dugout.
Yeah, it is 14. I don't have a.
Now coming to the mound for the Cougars, moving over from second base.
That's Max Childers. He's a freshman.
Second base for the Cougars will be number 14, Max Childers.
That must be probably Zach's younger brother.
So Max Childers now at second base, wearing number 14. And the new pitcher on the mound is Zach Williams. Williams still getting those warm-up pitches down there. And I missed how many innings that Childers went through, Galen.
Well, the first and second, nobody out. Count on 8 plays that game with 2 balls and no strike.
And Vasquez, boy, that happened in the middle of Vasquez's at bat. And you don't see that a lot.
One inning.
Yep, just 1 inning. Vasquez, a 2-0, so will Childers still be responsible for Vasquez since it was in the middle of a pitch? I haven't seen that before, Galen. So
yes.
So he's still responsible for Vasquez too then, correct?
Yeah, it's 2 pitches. 2 balls.
Now it's 3-0 count. Next delivery got him for a strike, 3-1.
Hey, what that first baseman taking a chance with his dental work coming in if he doesn't bunt.
Next one over. And the slide on the fielder's choice. Dixon is out on the ground ball fielder's choice for the first out. And Vasquez will reach on the fielder's choice. So Childers will go 1 inning. He'll allow 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and 3 walks. It'll bring up top of the order. So we'll move up to the top of the order. It's the third baseman, number 7, Jeffrey David, here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Georgetown trying to add insurance papers here on 1 out, leading 5-0.
Pinch runner, courtesy runner.
Yeah, courtesy runner out there for Georgetown. First pitch on the way here, too far outside. 1-0 early count. Nathan, if you can move that camera there. I didn't grab his number there over at first, if you don't mind, that courtesy runner. As we will take a look at that. I believe that's number 14. And I've got his number. I apologize, folks. I normally have that right in front of me. I'm standing up during the entire broadcast today, so I don't have my layout in front of me. 1-0, got him across for a strike, 1-1.
Good pitch to hit right there, Rob.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He'll drive that one deep if he throws that one again.
It's Jaden Chinnis. This one hit over to right. That one may stay fair, and it does not. At the last moment, it goes foul. Literally right at the line of that Home Depot corner at first, at the 3:23 marker. Literally, I'm talking 6 inches foul ball right there. at the fence.
Great
My
swing,
goodness.
Great swing, great hit. I mean, textbook drive down the right field line. Just got robbed a little bit. Wind now has completely died down, Rob. And as I say that, it picks up a little bit.
1-2, and on the wild pitch, runners will advance to 2 and 3. Is Broad also out there pinch running for Grant Wood? I didn't see that.
I'm not sure, Rob. I'm sorry I didn't pick up on it.
I don't think so. That looks like Wood still out there over at third.
Yep.
So, or
on third, yeah. Big cut.
2-2 the count here on Jeffrey David. I've got something on my score sheet messed up is what happened. Who was out earlier, Galen? It was it's Dixon was out for that first out. Okay,
right.
I got you. So it is Wood, if that's who it is, over there at third, and Chinnis over at second. I can't see the numbers because of the camo. This one hit foul to go behind us, and the count at goes right next to our right. The count now at 2-2 it remains. May I ask Nathan if you can shoot your camera over there to third, Nathan, so we can get a good look at that third baseman. I can't tell who that is over there, Nathan, just from where I'm at. See the number on there. Can't see still. I can't tell the number. It's a good leadoff. Hard hit over to left. This one going deep down, and it will be caught. What a grab by Coronado over at left. That sacrifice fly, though, will bring in Wood. It was Wood out there at third, so Wood will come in and score the run for Georgetown. 6 runs now as Grant Wood will come in and score on the sacrifice fly by Georgetown's Jeffrey David over to left. 2 away. The Eagles putting those insurance papers on the board now, leading 6-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Bring up second in the order, the center fielder, number 13, Wyatt Childress. Pitch to the outside for a ball, 1-0. Pick attempt, the runner safe over at second. Good. 1-0 the count. And an even count now at 1-1. Another foul one here. The count at 1-2. Man, Galen, things have really slowed down now.
Yeah.
I have to tell Josh to keep us awake up here.
Well, this reminds me of, you remember that St. Edward game that we called earlier this season?
I don't want to remember it.
We thought this is like, we ran into like the 5th hour, and it wasn't a doubleheader. It was the longest. It was crazy.
1-2 on 2 outs, and Chinnis will dive back over to second.
I mean, they really, these last couple of pitchers for College Station, God bless them, we love these guys. They're just really taking their time wanting to stretch this out.
David sending us weather conditions. We'll get to those here in a little bit. 1-2 on 2 outs, and more time is called. David sending it earlier.
Doppler Dave.
Just a few minutes ago, current weather conditions here in Georgetown, 62 degrees, north wind at 9. Makes it feel like 61. Now the good news, at least for the moment, even though it's cloudy and overcast, we're clear of rain.
Thank you, Doppler Dave.
One-two to the outside to even the count at 2-2 on 2 outs. We'll give you one more opportunity for the SHN fan line. If you got any text message shout-outs, we'd love to hear from you today. Feel free to text us at 512-522-9105. Again, that number's 512-522-9105. We had a message come in from Steve and Ricky Jones and the kids. Reese's aunt. 2-2. This was a base hit, and that should score a run as Chinnis will round 3. Chinnis to home plate, diving, and he's there in time. And that is an RBI double for Wyatt Childress.
That man is a fast runner there.
Wyatt Childress on the RBI double. And Childress cooking a steak. That will bring in Chinnis. And you were right, Josh. Boy, he put the heat on that footwork. When he came in, Chinnis was off to the races.
You want to race him for a little money here?
Man, he's
very fast runner.
That's 4-5 speed right there for sure.
Bring in the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey, who is 0 for 2. Struck out swinging and looking in the first and the third, and then reached on a walk left, stranded at 2 back in the previous innings. And the first one a strike. Runner going to try to dive and slide, and he's out. Caught stealing over at third on the shoulder.
It's all right. We got 2 runs in that inning, and that's going to give us the cushion that we needed. Just feel a little breathing room here.
Take a look at that replay here. Georgetown, though, scoring 2 runs in that inning. Getting those 2 runs on just 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as Childress was caught stealing. Friends, we are through 6 innings here in Georgetown, Texas. Through 6 innings. What did I say, through 3?
No, I'm saying we're
you're throwing up 3.
We're 3 outs away.
Okay, yeah.
I know you don't like to jump ahead, but this is kind of where you go, listen, we're 3 outs away.
Well, that's a fact, though. We are 3
series.
outs away. Georgetown's got to do it, and they'll have a new pitcher on the mound to try to do that for the Eagles as well, to come in here and close this one out. As you can see, the fans there all over Georgetown. Nathan getting a good shot. And when we get to it, we'll have that new pitcher who is on the mound for the Eagles. If we can get his number, he's turned at that wrong angle. When I wear my glasses, I can't use my binoculars.
Well, you got him upside down.
It is. My goodness, those numbers are so hard to read.
Who you looking for?
Turn around, young man. Can't see his back.
On your pitcher?
Nathan, whenever Nathan gets a chance, maybe he can get over there to that pitcher for us, if you don't mind.
Get us a tight shot, Nathan, of the pitcher there.
It is number 3 for the Georgetown Eagles.
Nathan always on top of it. Thank you, Nathan. Great job.
Again, the Grimes family, they're watching from Stillwater. I believe it was. The rodeo going on. So thank you for watching this afternoon. For Georgetown, that is Brooks Hancock on the mound. Brooks Hancock on the mound. If that was number 3, and it is, so Brooks Hancock on the mound for the Eagles to try to finish things up here.
Your attention now, the mound for your Eagles will be number 3, Brooks Hancock.
So Galen Hancock try to finish this one out here for Georgetown.
Yep. And he's going to be facing the bottom man in the lineup and the top 2. So.
And that is a new batter out there to start things for College Station. It is number 8, Luke Brock. Luke Brock, a senior, and the senior pops one over to the right, and Thompson has the grab for the first out.
Great catch. Great jump on that ball there in right field. I mean, played it perfectly, reached up, and made a great catch on it for that first out, Rob.
And the batter shortstop, Kid Cavoli.
Now we're 2 outs away, Rob, from closing out this round 2.
Next pitch on the way. Top of the order we are. It is number 1, Kit Colley on a 1-0 count. Next pitch to the inside. 2 quick pitches, 2 quick balls, 2-0 the count. Got him that time on the nice changeup, 2-1. Well, Galen, there's a lot of kids we can talk to. I think we may have to. I don't know, Galen. I don't know who to pick, Galen.
You could do it, Jack Frost. You could just line everybody up and pass the camera down.
Three balls
pass
and
the
one
microphone down.
3 balls and 1 strike on 1 out. The next pitch on the way, hard hit over to left. Chasing it down is Tilson, and that one will just go foul off of the third base line there at the 323 left corner. I mean, just fouled.
I'll tell you what, there have been some hard hit balls today that have not quite cooperated.
It's a well hit baseball by that young man right there for College Station. I mean, opposite way. 323 in that corner there, and he almost hit every bit of it.
I mean, Galen, so many of the runs by Georgetown or the on base was on walks and things like that today, but they've been able to take advantage, leading 7-0 here in the top of the 7th. Georgetown 2 outs away from heading to the corners. Heading to the quarters, 3-2. The battle remains here for Kit Colley. I mean, I don't know, Joshua, do you?
You know, maybe you focus more on.
Next one. This is over to David. David throws the dagger to Seosin at first for the 2nd out.
Maybe you focus more on coaches as you head in, as you talk about this next round that's coming up.
We always got to talk to a kid.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't know who to pick, though.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has done a great job today. I'll let Galen. I'll give it up to Galen.
What about your pitcher that came in and got him out of that bases loaded?
Braxton
Would have been a
we
big.
we talked to him last
Okay.
Thursday. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, they're all good. It's not like we don't have good players. It's just who do you choose? Yeah.
1-0 the early count here on Zach Williams. I mean, Galen, I really don't know. Do we talk to Chinnis, who's been coming in and pinch running, just to give him a shout? We have it for our courtesy running.
You talk to a senior.
I tell you what, I would just ease by either the coaches and ask them who they'd recommend.
2-0, 3-0. They leave that up to us. They don't want that stress. I mean, there's so many good kids on this team all around. We could even talk to Brooks here, who's doing a great job.
Maybe one of your closing pitchers then. That really
we talked to Brooks. We haven't talked to him this season. We'll maybe talk to Brooks here. 3-1 on 2 outs.
Yeah. That's a good idea, Rob. We're 1 strike away if we can get it. I'm sorry, 2 strikes away if we can get it.
Over to David. David makes the grab, throws the dart, and that's it. Georgetown's advancing to the quarterfinals. On the 5-3 putout. Congratulations to the Georgetown Eagles. Congratulations to College Station on a successful season. The Cougars, we appreciate them and their hospitality. College Station has been such great folks to get to know, and congratulations on a successful season and best of luck going forward. Joshua, we want to take a moment to recognize all of those College Station seniors here, at least on our list, and if we forget any, we apologize, but we do want to recognize them. Kit Colley, Zach Williams, Johnny Castillo, Cole Marler, Luke Brock, Ben Holbert, Jordan Bellows, Brandon Williams, and Bryson Lucas alongside Austin Till. Congratulations, guys, on a great season for College Station. Again, we love you guys there in that community. Thank you to all the College Station fans who joined us today. And we will be back with more action here in just a few moments, as I've got to get my microphone switched over, Joshua. I'll send it to you.
Get your microphone switched over, Will. Hey, get your microphone switched over. I thought you cut me off there, and then we'll get you down there to interview a couple of these players. One for sure, I believe you're going to get with, and then also, of course, maybe a coach to talk about what's next for this incredible first place Georgetown Eagle baseball team. So it is it's an exciting time, an exciting evening here in Georgetown for the baseball fans and also just the community within itself. Galen, what do you think about the effort that you saw over the last couple of days, first starting on Thursday in College Station, and then College Station coming here tonight with something to prove, and then the way that this ball club played today?
Great effort. They didn't take the first. Georgetown didn't take the first win for granted. They came out and wanted to tie down the second win and not put it into area of doubt by playing the third game.
Well, I'll head down and talk things over, guys. I'll leave it here with you up in the booth. We'll be back. Go ahead and keep it carrying here, guys.
Okay. College Station got shut out. They had 5 hits, made 3 errors, and left 5 on base. Georgetown had 7 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and left 5 runs on base.
Oh, Nathan's going to run on the field. Make sure you switch to Nathan's camera too.
And then whenever you walk away too.
Yeah, just put it on me when I'm doing the interview.
And it's always a tough position for the team that loses in the playoffs. Richard Crooms from the Bryan College Station paper is down there ready to talk to some of the players and the head coach, but he may have to wait until the head coach gets done with his final.
Well,
address.
this is and it's tough finishing the season and finishing your high school baseball career elsewhere, especially coming and having to be on the team who beats you and knocks you out of the playoffs on their home field. But they're still going to celebrate right now. It's I always like it at football games and at final games where the seniors get to walk their own field and kind of reminisce and just give thanks for their careers there. And this is what this team's going to be doing here at Georgetown, and we're very respectful of that. Like we said earlier, and we want to make sure we reiterate the fact that the College Station, both in College Stations, I heard great things from y'all, but then also here, fans here have been great, and thank you for a great series here with these 2 games, and thank you for a great and congratulations on a great season making into the second round of these playoffs. So, Galen, it's a good day all around. It's tough to lose, but they can leave this wonderful town of Georgetown and head back to College Station with their heads held high, knowing that they did the best they could do.
Right, and you got to realize that in just 2 weeks, we've cut this field in the state from 128 teams to 64 coming into this week, and now 32 teams, 8 in each region, and that will be reduced even more this coming after we set up next Tuesday through Saturday when we play the regional quarterfinals.
You're right, and I was just telling Rob earlier, I got a text from a dear friend who said, hey, just wanted to let you know, I know you guys are there at this Georgetown Stadium, that Liberty Hill just completed their series. They only needed 2 to take out Connolly, and so they are moving on to round 3 now, and there's baseball going on over there at Eastview as well. So
this is a busy time of the year. People sometimes don't appreciate just what is going on right now. The state tennis tournament is this weekend coming up in College Station. The state track meet was yesterday and today in Austin, and we've got all these playoff games going on right now.
And I'm sorry, I need to correct that. I said it's Caldwell. The Caldwell Hornets is who got beaten today, and by Liberty Hill. Liberty Hill's moving on to the third round. Not Connolly. It's the Caldwell Hornets. Actually, Liberty Hill took them in 2 games. So there we go with that. Looks like Rob is making his way down. Does he have
He's ready right now.
Okay, he's ready right now. Take it away, Rob.
He's talking, but we're not getting any.
It's over with Georgetown's Grant Wood. Grant, another great game for you guys here versus a very tough College Station team. Literally, I could pick anybody on the team to talk about today. The reason we picked you had 2 runs. Talk about this game and just how important this series was after this rain to get this victory and not force that game 3, or for them not to force a game 3.
Well, I feel like it's very important on the first of Game 3 because this team had a lot of momentum coming in. They win Game 2, so Game 2 was a must-win game, and we came out and did what we were supposed to. So,
what was different from this game versus the game we saw on Thursday? Obviously the weather, but what are some things that were different, some adjustments that you guys made to really push through this one here today on your home field?
Some adjustments we made is just being more aggressive throughout the game and keeping our energy up and just pitching better and overall just playing the game more cleanly. And so it kind of resulted for us not giving up any runs or had a little bit more run support. It kind of just showed up easily.
Rain earlier in the day, what's going through your mind thinking maybe we get pushed back a little bit? What are you thinking at that point when we had all those rains coming through?
We didn't really think much about it. We really thought just we're going to play this game no matter what because, Foster's going to make us play this game. So it is kind of how it is. We had a full mindset we're playing today. So.
Grant, now you face the winner of Porter or Rouse. That ended up being a one-game series that will take place on a rare Monday. What do you got to do to prepare for that next game?
We're prepared the exact same as we do for every week. It's we're probably going to see a little bit more velo from Jared Southard, obviously, but I feel like we're not doing anything different. So.
Awesome, man. Well, final shout-outs. Congratulations on the win again. Camera right there in front of you. Who wants to shout-out to? A little love tonight from Georgetown, my friend.
Shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad, shout out to my brother, sister, and then shout out to everyone who came. Shout out to everyone, my teammates, and all my coaches.
Awesome, Grant Wood. Congratulations on the win, young man. We'll chat with you down the road as we bring in now Georgetown starting pitcher tonight, Mr. Jack Brindley. Jack, another great game for you guys. We don't ever want to get complacent, but continuing to roll here in the playoffs as well against, let's face it, one of the toughest teams maybe you guys have faced all season here with College Station. Talk about your confidence going into this game, Jack.
Confidence going into this game was we knew that this was going to be our series, and all the guys were super confident with the ability to hit their pitching staff and get in their pin. So all of us really knew that we were going to be able to come in and take care of business.
Jack, your senior leadership on the mound, you see your junior Braxton Pearson come in yet again and does a phenomenal job. Talk a little bit about his play and how he was able to come in and settle things down for you guys in this game.
Yeah, that was huge on Braxton, and I really wanted to touch on that. He really came in a situation that we needed him, and for him to come back facing an injury early off in the year, come back and competing like that for us is absolutely unreal, and that gives a lot of credit to him and what he's done.
An impressive victory today, 7-0 against, I talk about a very quality College Station team. And now you face the winner of either Rouse or Porter. What's going through your mind as that next series comes ahead?
Next series comes ahead is just we need to stay locked in our defensive game and our pitching and keep growing our offense.
Final shout out. Your guys want you over there. Who do you want to send some love to tonight from Georgetown, man?
Shout out to my aunt and nephews that came and the rest of my family, mom, dad, brothers, and weight room guy, Coach Hurd.
Awesome. Well, head over there, man. They want a picture with you. We won't keep you waiting long. We'll keep things. Congratulations on the win again, Jack Brindley. We'll keep things down here for just a few moments. Nathan, put that camera over there on those guys real quick as they're getting a little shout-out tonight here and taking some photos here from Georgetown High School. Georgetown taking care of business, though, in this game versus a very quality and competitive College Station team and defeating them 7-0, shutting them out. And Georgetown advances again. They will play the winner of the Rouse versus Porter game. That game will take place on Monday. It was originally a 3-game series but got rescheduled due to weather early this week. Coach Adam Foster makes his way over. Coach, hey,
the ladies waiting.
Can't keep them waiting, Coach. And you know what? The weather really didn't keep us waiting today. We got things rolling. An impressive victory for Georgetown. Great game for the Eagles again. We talked to Jack Brindley, but we also wanted to touch base again with Braxton Pearson, and then Brooks Hancock's coming in and is doing some great work as well.
Yeah, man, what an awesome pitch game. Anytime you throw a shutout in the playoffs, it's an unbelievable deal for your defense making some plays, and obviously we're pounding the strike zone and taking care of business.
Today the weather, again, as I touched on just briefly, we thought maybe it would be pushed a little bit farther, but the rain moved out. This field drained nicely. What do you tell your team, when you're facing potential weather delays?
Nothing. We just hung out in the locker room, and I said, I'll tell you when it's go time, and we'll crank it up and go.
You play, again, a very good and competitive College Station team. You shut them out, a really good team. And as I was telling Jack, maybe one of the toughest teams you've actually faced this season. Even though you played Lake Travis over in 6A, this was a great team. A lot of heart on this team, a lot of seniors that are walking off the field for the last time today. But you advance, Coach. Now you face Router. I'm still in the IT world. Rouse or Porter. That's a rare Monday game. We don't see a lot of those. So they'll get to play on Monday, a one-game series. Talk a little bit about the preparation going into that series, Coach.
Well, we're going to travel down there on Monday and watch and see what they got. We've seen Rouse. We've played them. We've played them the last, 4 or 5 years. And we kind of know what they're about, and we'll go see what they got on Monday, and we'll figure out what we're doing.
You know, from us on the broadcast, we've covered Rouse. We cover Rouse on SHN as well. Good folks there at Rouse High School, but they've got to play a tough Porter team. That's going to be a great series. Just asking you, who would you like to see? Would you like to see a Rouse matchup, or at this point you don't care?
It don't matter. We're going to play whoever shows up.
Awesome. Well, we'll see what happens. We got to get through that game on Monday, but for now, Coach, enjoy this one. Congratulations on moving to the quarterfinals again in the regionals, or not quarterfinals, but the regionals, and we will continue to roll and take care of business. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Hey, shout out to my Mimi and my grandparents and all the Eagle fans out there watching. We appreciate y'all.
Awesome. We'll appreciate Coach Adam Foster. The next series, we'll try to have that one on video as well. Of course, that all depends on UIL licensing and where we can fall into place with that, but we will definitely try to secure that licensing if we can and continue to bring you video playoffs throughout the playoffs. Of course, as we advance, that may be a little tougher, but we'll continue to try to do it. We always have room for sponsorship, so if you're interested, please feel free to send us a message at rob@shnsports.com. We would love to have your sponsorship to help us continue to video broadcast these games as we advance. For now, though, I'll send it back into the booth. Joshua Harris, Galen Welnicki. I'll be up there in a few moments to close it out. Guys, take it away.
Well, thank you, Rob. That was a great set of interviews there with some of the very important aspects of this victory today. Galen, what did you think about what they had to say to Rob down there on the field?
I think one thing, the interesting thing about the series coming up is it may throw either both teams that we potentially play, their pitching rotation out of whack a little bit, because instead of their pitchers finishing up on the weekend, they've got to go in 3 more days. They'll go 3 more days and then pitch, and then pitch on Monday, which might throw their rotation out of the way.
So was I picking? Well, I don't know what's going on. Static coming through?
Yeah.
He needs to come up. I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
We've got, folks, you're going to have to excuse us. We've got a bad feedback static here. And Rob will get up here and try to fix that for us. But I don't know exactly what microphone is causing that. But so did I pick up right that this coming Monday, they're scheduled to play the winner of Rouse and who?
Rouse and New Caney Porter.
Basically a back-to-back game, possibly. They're going to play
one game.
One game.
They just play one game. So what you would honestly like to do is win the flip, make it 2 or 3, and make them come back and play the next day.
Right.
Make them come back and play the next day on Tuesday.
All right.
And then because that would take their pitcher, whoever they use, and that would be probably their top pitcher, would take them to where that guy couldn't pitch again until the weekend.
Wow. Interesting dynamic in round 3 of the playoffs. We will see what happens. Where could that possibly be taking place? Do we have any idea where we might be traveling to on Monday?
Well, let's see. We got Rouse. That would probably be someplace here in the area. I would say Concordia would be a possibility.
Okay.
Concordia would be a possibility. If it's a 3 game, it could be home and home with a neutral.
Right. Okay. Well, interesting.
And
well,
if it's Santa Fe, it could be Mumford. It could be Mumford. It could be Brenham. It could be Bryan College Station. We could go back to Bomber Stadium.
Yeah, that's interesting, and make it even though we're both pretty close here, make it a neutral kind of the way that they work it out. Rob, I don't know what's going on. We do have some bad feedback coming here. We wanted to make sure we had that corrected, but and some static, real bad static. So we've been talking through it, and I think we're going to be okay. But
that was the. Man, I'm really low over here now. Let me hold on one second, brother. That was the unfortunately that was the crowd mic or the wireless mic. So I forgot to mute that bad boy on our way back up here. That's what was going on.
Okay, well, we worked through it, and what great interviews you had there with not only those 2 players but also the coach. And Galen was kind of just explaining the dynamics of what's coming in this next round here with Monday's games and doing some perspective on that. What did you take away from what Coach said?
Hey, he did what I take away is he doesn't care who we play. They just want to play. Rouse, and to me, Rouse would be great. We know Rouse. We've played Rouse. We've beat Rouse. Porter, it's a new team for Georgetown to face. I don't know if we faced them in a long time, if at all.
They're a fairly new school.
But what about Router? I'm interested in your thoughts on Router.
Yeah, Router, Rouse. I was thinking IT, man. But, yeah, no. Rouse, we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be again, we'll just let it play out. And the good news is we've secured video rights for that game as well. It's a one game. It was originally supposed to be the best of a 3-game series. It is a one game versus Porter in Mumford, Texas.
For sure. That's a done deal.
And it's one and done, and we will have that on video with our Rouse Raiders crew. So we're excited to bring that one. Galen, final thoughts before we close this bad boy out and get out of here, my friend.
Well, I would like to see it be the McCamey team, because I think our players would get a little bit more excited for that game because it's a new, you've always got the question of taking the somebody you've beaten twice for granted. It's tough to beat somebody 3 times. I don't care.
I think I'm with Rob, and I'd like to really see a Georgetown Rouse playoff 3-game series. Wouldn't you, Rob?
Yeah, I would love to see that. We know the team. It would be a fun broadcast for us on SHN. We wouldn't split it, even though we wouldn't split that up. We would still let Michael do that. We would do our thing. But yeah, because you got to. I mean, it's. You're cheering for your home team in the playoffs.
Would we get 2 different broadcasts going?
Oh yeah, I think
that'd
we would.
Be fun.
I think we would.
I think that'd be fun.
I think we would, because here's the deal: because Rouse has their support
and their fan
base, we have our fan base. And in the past, when we didn't, we split those games up in non-district play this year.
Yeah.
Just because it was easier to do that, but. I think in the playoffs, we just continue to roll with the same type of broadcast.
I think you set it up, 2 different broadcasts going, and the fan lines blowing up. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
really
but again, we don't even know if that's going to happen yet, and we got to get through that first.
Brothers can dream. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But again, thanks to everybody for joining us here on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. For Galen Welnicki and Joshua Harris, as well as Zoe Schaefer, Nathan Height. I'm Rob Hipp. Again, thanks for joining us as Georgetown will advance to the regional matchups now, the regional quarterfinal. It'll go regional quarter, regional semi, a regional final, and then the state championships will start after that. But Georgetown has still got an uphill battle. The contest and the competition only gets tougher from here. Georgetown victorious 7-0. Remember, folks, I'll remind you tonight, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there tonight needs you. And one final time before I sign off, I did want to make sure that we give thanks and we recognize all of the sponsors who made these games possible here in this series on SHN Sports: Courtney Home Inspections, the Oak Ridge Disciple House, Minuteman Press of Georgetown, Georgetown Jewelry, Specialty Restoration, Dr. Paul Berg, and the Central Texas Business Association. Good night, and God bless from Georgetown, Texas.